month of April, we alive every day. Building up the stream-only account all the way. Little by little, that's the mission this month. See what happens when we stack every run. 6 days a week, yeah, Monday through Saturday. Short weekday sprints, then a long one on Saturday. World of airports, we are back on the grind. Pull up to the stream, come and ride for the climb. We are going supersonic. Every session, every landing. Daily progress, daily pressure. Daily work is how we build it. This is the SUPERSONIC April Stream-a-thon. Phat Airlines, yeah, the daily grind is on. On Twitch, on YouTube, come and watch us take flight. Every single stream, we are pushing through the night. This is the SUPERSONIC April Stream-a-thon. We are locked in, trying to level all month long. Bring the crew, spin the wheel, let the chaos take control. Phat Airlines in the sky, yeah, we're going for it all. Twitch got the extras, yeah, you know, that's the spot. Parachute, drop, scream, avatars, all of that hot. Only place you can redeem that Phat Empire contract. So if you want in on that, better pull up and tap in. And we gotta go, yeah, the CONCORDE's in sight. 500,000 points, and we're chasing that prize. 2,000 max per stream, so the whole crew matters. If we all keep showing up, then the scoreboard shatters. We are going supersonic. Every stream is one more step. If you miss a day, you miss it. So we're showing up relentless. This is the SUPERSONIC April Stream-a-thon. Phat Airlines, yeah, the daily grind is on. On Twitch, on YouTube, come and watch us take flight. Every single stream, we are pushing through the night. This is the SUPERSONIC April Stream-a-thon. We are locked in, trying to level all month long. Bring the crew, spin the wheel, let the chaos take control. Phat Airlines in the sky, yeah, we're going for it all. Too gifted gets a spin, $10 gets a spin, 1,000 bits another spin. Now the chaos settles in, no ramp agents, manual mode. Buy a big plane overload, maybe here to give away. You can hijack how I play. This is the SUPERSONIC April Stream-a-thon. Phat Airlines, yeah, the daily grind is on. On Twitch, on YouTube, come and watch us take flight. Every single stream, we are pushing through the night. This is the SUPERSONIC April Stream-a-thon. We are locked in, trying to level all month long. See you in the chat, yeah, the whole crew bring the storm. Phat Airlines all April, now the Stream-a-thon is on. Daily streams all month. Phat Airlines, see you out there.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is Jeremy with Phat Airlines, and today we're here every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, streaming World of Airports. And today we're actually streaming, we're still streaming our stream only account, but we're also working on our Streamathon. So if you guys don't know, we have a Streamathon happening where we are streaming every single day throughout the month of April, Monday through Saturday. So we're not streaming Sundays, but we're streaming every single day, and I'm very excited because we're making a lot of progress on our stream only account. We're getting tons of levels in all of our airports. We're going back playing not just the airports that need that we need in order to unlock, you know, in order to unlock the next airport in the game, but we're also playing some of the old airports that we kind of forgot about and stopped playing for a little bit. So it's pretty exciting. I'm pretty happy to be here, and I want to thank you all for being here. Now, with the Streamathon, we have a couple things happening as well. We have a CONCORDE. We have a chance to unlock the CONCORDE on the Phat Empire account. So on Twitch, we're live on YouTube and Twitch, but this is only for Twitch. So you guys on Twitch, every stream you're able to contribute up to 2,000 points, so that way we can get the 500,000 points and unlock the CONCORDE. Well, I'm pretty impressed with how far we're getting. We're not even halfway through the month, and we're 73% of the way there. So initially, you know, I was a little afraid that 500,000 was going to be too hard of a goal, but you guys are blowing it out of the water. But I do think over the next couple of days, it's going to be a little bit harder because more people are going to have fewer points to contribute right off the bat. So nice job, everybody. Contribute your points every stream that you can, and that way we can unlock the CONCORDE. And then we also have a wheel spin. So this is something new we added for the Streamathon, and we have the wheel spin. So for every 2 gifted memberships on YouTube or 2 gifted subs on Twitch, we will do a wheel spin. Also for $10 or 1,000 bits, we'll also do a wheel spin. But do the gifted memberships, guys. And the wheel spin is up here on the screen now. We have a lot of different options. We have in blue the buy a plane option. So the buy a plane option is the option that we have where at the airport that I'm at, I'll buy that size of a plane, and we'll do a giveaway for the community. The giveaways happen on Discord, by the way. So you want to do ! Discord if you're not part of the Phat Airlines Discord, because the giveaways happen on the Discord. We have a cool Phat Airlines bot that helps us with the giveaways. It randomly selects everybody, so it's really, really cool for that. And so that's what happens. And then we also give another plane to the person who gifted the subs, all right, if they want one. In green, we have stream effects, right? So we have airplane views and we have the captain. So those are 2 stream effects that can happen if it lands on one of those 2 spots. In red, we have the penalties. So we have pure manual mode, we have no ramp agent, and we have ground all flights. So those are timed. Those are timed penalties where I have to follow that rule for a certain amount of time. And then last but not least, in gold, is the CONCORDE giveaway. So we don't have the CONCORDE unlocked on Phat Empire, but I do have it unlocked on my main account, the Phat Rican. So if it lands on that spot, we will do a giveaway that will last up until like 1 hour after stream ends. So that way all of you who are here on stream can join that giveaway and have a chance to win. But oh, and by the way, the blue ones, those giveaways are really short. They're like 5 or 6 minutes. But yeah, that's what it is with the wheel spin. And oh yeah, we're gonna be here every day. So Monday is our next stream. You could actually, I think you could type in !Monday. Oh no, !Monday will tell you what airports we're gonna play. But our schedule, I didn't make a command for that because we all have different time zones. So I think your best bet is to join the Discord. Look at the Phat Airlines announcements channel, because Discord will automatically put the times in your time zone. But Monday is 9:30 p.m. Eastern, p.m. by the way. So it's a night stream. So those of you who are from, you know, other time zones where like this time right now doesn't work for you, you know, maybe at 9 p.m. Is it 9:30 or 9? I forget what time it is anyways. But anyways, maybe that night stream will work out a lot better for you. Maybe. Love to have you. So, all right, cool. Let's play some World of Airports. Let's talk to you guys in chat. Oh! Before I do that, there is something that I'm going to go over on the stream too. I almost forgot, but that's like the whole purpose of this stream. So, on today's stream, I'm actually going to go over something I've been working on for a while, but I've really made a lot of progress over the last few days, and I want to kind of like talk about it, right? So I know over the past few months, maybe even year, I've been talking about, you know, creating a Phat Airlines website. And I created the website, but it's really a basic website. You can go on phatirlines.com right now, and really it's just a place for you to put in your World of Airports username, your email address, so that way I can send you contract emails, World of Airports news, Phat Airlines news, and World of Airports tips, right? But I've also been talking about expanding the Phat Airlines website, so that way it could be more of a help site, you know, more of a guide, a place where you guys can go to get guides. Because like, I know for me, there's sometimes where I am looking up information and I would rather not watch a video and I would rather read some text. And there are some other websites out there for World of Airports, like data, but I don't think they're readable, I would say. You know, it's spreadsheets and stuff. So I'm working on something where I could build, you know, a useful website. It's a community driven, you know, website, but it's readable, and it's a place for World of Airports players to learn, to improve, and also stay connected to the game, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a sneak preview of that site, show you what I'm building, show you what I'm going to do. I want to get your thoughts on it. You know, not everything is final, right? So I've been working on it, but some data, I didn't validate the data, right? So it's like, I don't know if things are made up. You know, some of the text is like just placeholder text. I need to fix things up, but I have a goal, because like, instead of trying to get everything done perfectly, my goal is to make 3 guides, and then I will release the website publicly. 3 guides, and then we release the website publicly. That way people can start using it, and that way also I have more motivation to keep creating more guides. Also, you know, my goal is to send an email out when I create these guides, and I also would ideally like to create a video that goes along with it, but I'm not worried about that when it comes to the first release of the site. So I'm excited to show you. I showed a sneak preview to the VIPs of the entire page on the Phat Airlines Discord, so they've already seen what it looks like, but now you get to see it live essentially. So my goal though is I want it to be like the how I put it, the best place for people to go to for World of Airports guides. You know, I want people to say, go to phatirlines.com. That's where you're gonna see like all the information you need. Not a knock on anybody else, but that's like my guiding principle there. You know, I want it to be easy to read. I want it to be simple, and make a lot of sense. So, all right, did the Twitch poll end? Oh, it did. Awesome. How about YouTube? Did the YouTube poll end? No, it didn't. All right, awesome. Now it did. So we're gonna play some Hong Kong today, by the way, because I started off during the Streamathon. I'm starting off our Saturdays asking what airport we should play. Just so you know, if you guys want to see a specific airport, we can do it. We do have a schedule for airports, so we are eventually playing every airport every day this week. But Saturdays is to be determined by you guys. So we're going to switch to Hong Kong in just a second. I don't have a lot of planes here at CNN, right? Like just a few player planes. Yeah, just a few, not too many. Oh, look at this. I can buy this stand. Oh, but that's not even like a real player. I don't have a cargo stand. I mean, a cargo terminal. Let's buy the cargo terminal over here. Now I don't have enough money to buy a D stand though. That's sad. Oh, dang it. I should have done the D stand. Sorry, Lightning Dolphin. My bad, bro. Messed you up there. Maybe next time I'll be smarter. Alright. Anyways. Yeah, we're going to play a little bit of CNN just so we can get some progress here. I mean, CNN, I have like not a lot of motivation to play the airport. I mean, it's cool because like the good thing is I have the premium pass, and I did some math before. If you get the premium pass, you get enough silver planes and gold planes to kind of pay for the airport and the premium pass, and I think you get a little bit extra if you complete the airport. But like, I don't know if level 36, you know, we're only level 35 right now. Max is the maximum. I don't know if level 36 is going to let us unlock the next generic airport, or if we're going to have to just unlock every single generic airport with gold planes. So I'm not sure if I'm in a rush to level this up at all. All right, it's been long enough. It's been 16 minutes, so that's like 10 minutes of me talking. I want to talk to you guys now. So we'll go to the we'll check out the site preview after I do roll call here and say what's up to all you guys. Oh my gosh, there's been so much chat that I lost. I only can see 11:01. Ultra said time for the hype music. Yeah, bro. Where's the music? What's up, Ecolpo? Thank you for the follow. I saw that. Same thing with you. It's Jonas and Mr. Rage. Thank you for subscribing. Crownstat. Thank you so much for being first. Nice to see you, bro. Sammy's here. Dev Zone Codes is here. What's that? Yando? Flyando is here. Wendy, what's good? Only here to say hi. Well, thank you for stopping by. Euroland is here. Luna is here. Luna, I don't think I saw you yesterday, and I don't think I said hi, so my bad. I saw your messages after the stream, and I was like, dang, I don't think I said hi, so my bad. I try to say what's up to everybody who's here, because like you guys take a little bit of time to say hi to me in chat. I want to make sure I say hi back, so my bad. Air Streepron, what's good? Fleeting Negligence is here too. What's good? Ecopo said this reminds me of the new World Cup song. Nice. I haven't heard the World Cup song, so I need to listen to that. What's up, Hammy? Exams are over for Air 3 Prom. Nice. Congrats, man. Hope you did well. I know you said you were taking a break from World Airport, so probably easier to study when you're not playing games, right? Who else? Seabird Club Legend. Caker's here. Solin out. What's good, bro? Kelvinator. What's good, man? Janhas. Nice to see you. Karoti. Wait. Rotali? Wasn't there a K in there before? I'm confused. Anyways, what's up, England? Let's see. Stalling out with the 800 points. Nice. Oh, all right, we're gonna switch over to Hong Kong in just a second. Let me just say what's up to everybody. Dance is here. Sloppy's here. All right, I am now 8 minutes behind, so I'm catching up, guys. Educate, what's up? Educate said at CNN, runway 25 doesn't have a back taxi because the other runway has it, and it's annoying. Yeah, that's gonna be the thing with a lot of these airports when the multiple runway directions comes out. There's always going to be a preferred runway for players. I was talking about Prague the other day. Like, when Prague changes runways, like, that will be fantastic, because like the taxi times will just be so much shorter. But then we went to San Diego, and San Diego would be the opposite. If San Diego had the runway going the other way, that would be so terrible, because I mean, like, the larger planes would take forever as a taxi. So yeah, it's something that's gonna happen. England said I need to unlock CNN at some point. There's no rush to unlock it right now, though. I mean, when it came out, it was cool to unlock, because like it was another airport to play and level up, right? So that was great. But like right now, I mean, if you have no other airports to level up, fine, go for it. But it's not like you get another airport afterwards. I mean, you do get your Wallers back. I mean, I think there are a few planes in here that you can. Actually, no, all these planes are only CNN, huh? Only CNN. I didn't even realize that. Interesting. There's no planes that you could like use outside of this airport, which I guess also makes sense for like something called a generic airport, right? Yeah, I mean, you do get like, I think 1 or 2 gold plane equivalent extra from playing this airport and maxing it out, but I don't know. What's up, Hidden? Arnav is outside right now. Nice. you'll join back once I'm home. Yeah, I kind of, what's it called? What time is it now? Today's a beautiful day outside, so I'm probably gonna end like right at 2 p.m. Because I want to. Well, my dad is here. He's helping me with my yard, and then my mom is also here, and she's doing. She's watching the kids. But it's a nice day outside, so I want to like do some yard work too. What's up? I'm Anirudh. I'm Deep. Nice to see you. Zyrox, what's good, bro? Creator said, how should I start my Hong Kong? I did a stream where I started Hong Kong fresh, man. I mean, all airports, it's all about what planes you have, right? So if you have large planes coming in, you want to get some large stands as soon as possible. If you don't have large planes, then no rush to get a large stand, right? Or, you know, when I say large, DEF. Could I play Bari on my Phat Rican? The Concorde's at 9 out of 10 handling, and I could redirect it. Yeah, I don't really play Bari at all on the Phat Rican, but I could go there. I'm not gonna promise today, but I'm aware, and I'll make sure we get there. DevZone Game says, Fat, I've never seen you play Nagoya. That's probably true. I do play some Nagoya on, but like on this account, I don't even have it unlocked, you know? Ultra's watching the news. Ugh. Watching the news over watching me? Deutsche Airways, 4 stream in a row. Thank you, bro. QJ's here. Nice. I'm at the bottom of chat. Let's go. Why do you hate the news? The president's going rogue? There's plenty of reasons to hate the news, man. Plenty of reasons. It's only negative stuff because it's clickbait. That's really what it is. It's clickbait before clickbait became a thing, you know, because they're trying to make money. And how do they make money is by attracting views. And how do you get views? The same way everybody online gets views, through clickbait and through negative content. You know, this is actually proven on YouTube that a negative video, a video that talks harshly about a product or a service or whatever, is going to do better than a video that talks positively about something. That's what the news is all about. They spend 5 minutes on a 1 hour segment talking about something great that's happening in the world. If that, but nowadays they don't even spend 5 minutes on that. So why do you want to spend your time watching something that's all negative? Like, no. No. Alright, I think we're good here. We got a few planes still waiting to land, but it's CNN. What can I say? We'll have 8,000 wallers next time. I spent my wallers on the stand, which I shouldn't, or the terminal, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I did it anyways. Alright, we're gonna go to Hong Kong, but before I go to Hong Kong, I'm gonna go to LHR, and I'm gonna go to Sydney just to accept those event planes, because that's the cool thing with playing every day, is that I can come in here and I can accept these event planes, when in the past, like, there would be event planes and I wouldn't be able to accept them because I wasn't playing, you know, I wasn't on my account. Therefore, it was impossible for me to, I wasn't streaming, I should say. So like, it was impossible for me to actually like go in and accept it, because I could only play this account when I'm streaming. Sometimes I'll accept these event planes before the stream, that way I'm not like doing it on stream, because it's not really interesting, right? But whatever, I'm doing it on stream now. We got Malaysia Airlines. All right, let's see what you get here. Defoe smuggling, nice. All right, so now we're gonna go to Hong Kong. I did pre-land a bunch of planes today. That's a strategy I really like doing. Actually, before I actually start Hong Kong, let me start this preview. Let me show you guys the preview of what I've been working on, because we did pre-land a bunch of planes here at Hong Kong. So we have a bunch of planes on the ground, but it doesn't. I don't want to start handling just yet, because you know the timers here will run even if the game is not active, but like the planes themselves won't be handling. And actually, yeah, so the timer, the tower manager's timers will run even if I'm not playing the game, like even if the game's not active, but nothing else in the game runs if I'm not playing the game, right? So the taxiing, the landing, the departures, the assigning the stands, the ramp agent, the handling of the planes, none of that happens if the game's not up front. So I think now is a good time for us to kind of go through what I've been working on, and I want to get your guys' feedback. So just to kind of go over it one more time before I open it up, I have this little white box over there, over where? Over there. I have a little white box there because I want to block the website because I don't want you guys to get access to it because it's not ready. It's going to end up being phatAirlines.com, but right now it's on a different website. So anyways, the whole goal of this update that I'm working on for Phat Airlines is that I want to make a home, you know, a place for people to go to like really just like explore like world airports, to get their guides, to get their information. So that's what I'm going to show here. Maybe. I guess I'm not going to show it. What happened? Please hold. Why isn't it working? Interesting and weird. How you guys like the white page? Oh, I know why it's not working. Okay, I got you. Nope, that's not it either. All right, we are going to go. I'm going to turn off this. Off. Worked last night, but now it's not working today. So actually, in the meantime, instead of you guys seeing a blue screen, I'm going to bring up Captain Phat. Captain Phat is another account that I created. Last Saturday, we started a brand new account on Android, and the Android account is an account that we have on our PC. So we have on Google Play Games Beta. Right, we have well, you can download Google Play Games Beta on your PC, and in certain countries you also have access to play World of Airports. If it's not available in your country, then you gotta wait. I don't know when it's gonna get available, right? But ultimately, this is my PC account, and it's called Captain Phat, by the way. So if you want to send contracts, that's fine. But the thing is that this account, we are only allowed to handle player planes. Now, you see, this is not a player plane, right? There is one exception, right? The exceptions are local contracts, regional contracts, and international contracts. Oh, and event planes. We're able to handle those planes once. After that, we must cancel that contract. I have that exception in place mainly for the early levels, because in the early levels, if I only had 10 players, if I only had players and I had to wait 10 handlings to handle them, it would take forever to get any kind of progress. Plus, I'm also kind of interested to see how much progress can I make in the Woapedia just by using local, regional, and international contracts. And I do them pretty frequently because as long as I'm home, I can easily click on this and click on generate now, or generate, I should say, not generate now. Now, as far as contract requests go, I do accept all the contract requests if I have room for it. But there is who's sending me this email? There is one rule when it comes to these contracts, and that rule is that it's only one plane per size per player. So, for example, we have Cheshire Orange, who's sends me a B plane and a C plane. So they are also allowed to send me an A plane and a D plane, because Innsbruck can take A, B, C, and D planes, right? But if they were to send me another B plane, I am going to reject it. You have DM Airlines. He has the contract, or they have a contract request coming to me right now, right? So we're gonna check. They have an A plane, a C plane, and a D plane already here. This is a B plane. Accept the contract. All right. So the hardest part about this account is that I'm relying on other players, right? So, which is a cool thing. I really love playing with other players as it is. But on top of that, another hard part is that I can only play this account when I'm at home. I don't have an Android phone. I don't have any other way I could play Android when I'm not at home. So essentially, this account would only be available when I'm at home. So when I go on vacation, this account is inactive, and I go on vacation for like a week, sometimes a little bit longer, right? So this account will be inactive for an entire week, which could be rough, right, for some of you guys. But that is the nature of this account. You know, I can only play it when I'm home. So if I have to go into the office for a day or something, I'm not going to be able to play for like 8 hours, you know. And also, like, you know, I still, even though it's on my PC, sometimes I still spend, I like to spend time with my family, you know, my kids, my wife. So I go out to eat. I can't play World at Airports. I could if it's on my phone, right? Not that I do, but I could. So yeah, just some, you know, some heads up there. Yo, Denny Slav, thank you so much for the follow. All right, I think I got it working. I got the website working here. So that is some cool information for you guys about my PC account. And now, revealing the coming update to my website. So this is like this is going to be the way, like, it's going to be, the whole idea here is I want to have a place for you guys to like really get access to some of the data in World at Airports, but in a readable way, and also to kind of keep it in a way that is shareable, so that way you can share it with people and it gives you the information you want, right? So not everything here is validated, just a heads up. Like, I'm going to have to go through and make sure everything is accurate, as far as I can tell. Some of the text I'm going to update as well, but this is essentially what it's going to look like. So this is going to be like our first guide, an Innsbruck rewards guide, right? So we're going to have a standard versus premium overview. So what's in the standard track? What's in the premium pass track? Why do you want them? Here's a summary of the Innsbruck standard pass and Innsbruck premium pass. All right, you get to see how many wallers you get, how many silver planes, how many gold planes, how many contracts, how many handling crew, how many contracts you get, how many airplanes, and how many liveries you get for or included with those passes. Here are some biggest milestones. You got like the standard track, and then you got the premium pass as well. So this one I have to update. I just kind of randomly selected a few just so we can have it there. And then same thing here, spells it out for you. And then next we have the full reward track for Innsbruck, right? So you can see all the rewards and how much XP you need for each of those levels in a nice, easy to read format. You can select both, or just standard, or just premium. I think that's pretty awesome. And then my notes, which I have to update as well. But I think I always think the premium pass is worth it. And then we got FAQs. So is premium worth it here? When do I get the first big unlock? What are the best levels to push for? What matters most on Innsbruck? And then last but not least, we have the stay updated. So that way, if you want to get updated when this guide gets updated, you can enter your email address. Even if we have your email on file, still enter your email address, because if we do an update to this page, we'll send you an email saying, hey, look, the Innsbruck page got updated. And then of course, I added a link here to WOA info, WOA wiki. This is a Google Sites, I think maintained by Geo, aka Technocratic Aviation, but also with help from the community. So, you know, thanks to them for compiling this information and working with the community to get this information. So of course I have a link there, because a lot of this info was gathered through their spreadsheets. So that is a sneak peek there. You know, We have the home page, of course, where we have just like the sign up form, a little bit about me, some guides, join the Discord, join the contracts, and then we have, of course, as well, our guides. So I don't have the guides ready yet. Something I'm still working on, right? But you'll see here, we're going to work on Bari, we're going to work on Prague, we're going to work on those initial airports, and a few other guides as well. So what do you guys think? Is this something that you guys want? Is this something that you guys want to see? Is there something missing in here? I feel like this is like kind of like, I guess maybe what's missing is how to level it up fast, right? That's a question we get often. So maybe I add that as an FAQ. But what are you guys thinking so far? I think that having like the full rewards track listed out like this is pretty nice. Eventually, what I want to do is I want to do like I want to have a picture of the SF34 Premium 1 livery, because like I don't know what Premium 1 is. Like I was telling the VIPs this, like I have a problem where I don't know. Like you could tell me, hey, should I unlock Premium 1 or Supreme 1? And I don't know, man, because I don't know what either of them look like. Not off the top of my head. I have to go into the game and find out what it looks like. Kurotsuki is back. Nice. Zyrax said, I love how the website looks. You could have just done some text on a white background, but you didn't. Looks fire. Thank you, man. Yeah, I wanted to, like, I mean, I feel like if you were to send somebody this page, they would easily understand everything that has to go in place. And I know, like, I mean, thank you to, like, Geo and Technocratic Aviation for, like, compiling this information. Like, that's why they're listed as a source. And anytime we use somebody else as somebody else's data or somebody else's, like, video or something like that, we're always going to link it and source it there, so you could always see what the source is from. But yeah, that's I think really cool. Geo is the GOAT. Yeah, Geo is really good. Yep. Rotiki said, I just got insulted. What do you mean you don't know Supreme 1? Well, Supreme 1 is Gradient, right? I think I know Supreme 1. More images on the pages. That's true. I probably should have a picture of Innsbruck, including the 3D map, right? So that's a good idea. Great idea. But yeah, I want a player to be able to, like, just scan this page really quickly and be able to find. Maybe we need like a table of contents or something, some links up here. But yeah, I'm pretty excited because, like, I think this matches what my goal is for, being a source for World of Airports information. And that's like something for people to share, because that's why, like, when I started Phat Airlines, the YouTube channel. When I started Phat Airlines, the YouTube channel, it was because I saw that there was a lot of people asking the same questions over and over again in the different communities I was part of, right? So I was like, there seems to be a need for somebody to, like, create some kind of tutorial, so that way people in the community could have answers to their most commonly asked questions. And hopefully people could share my videos and, as an answer to their question. And that's I'm going with the same kind of thought process here when it comes to my website, the website. Yo, what's up, airplane fan? I got a stream streak of 6. Nice. DevZone said, I found the link for your new website. Cool. If you share it, you get banned. How about that? Nah. Did I miss player news? We haven't got there yet. We're probably gonna get there in what, an hour? I don't know. We'll probably interrupt handling planes here for the player news shortly. Guys, join Phat Airlines Discord. We have a players news channel. In the players news channel, we also that's where we read that out every Saturday, so that way we can discuss what's happening with the community and go from there. We also have some World of Airports news too. Man, let me see if Discord will open up on the side now. No, hold on 1 second. Let me turn off my game real quick. And let me go into settings here. Let me open up World of Airports, you know, Captain Phat account. We're gonna watch Captain Phat. And I need to check to see multitasking. Okay. Windowed apps? Maybe I need window apps? No. Start picture in picture automatically? No. All windows after swiping. Nope, that doesn't work. Having some issues here, guys. So I want the game to be open, but I can't seem to figure it out. This. Okay, maybe I do have it open now. Let's go. Oh. All right, cool. Let's watch this plane take off, and then we'll switch over to some World of Airports news. Muhammad asked, what was your third account name? So I have 4 accounts now. My main account is the Fat Rican. That's my main account. Everybody can send me a contract there. I play LHR, IAD, BKK, HKG. I try to play those airports every single day. I have my second account is Phat Airlines. That is my free-to-play account. That's very casual. I play when I have extra time. I also have my stream only account, which is my third account, which is the account that not on the screen right now, but you were seeing earlier. Actually, let me pull it back on screen because I'm ready to we're ready to rock and roll. But yeah, that's the main account that I'm playing on stream. And then on what's on in the forefront right now, you know, is my PC account, which is Captain Phat. That is my PC account, players only account. I can only play with other players, and because it's a PC account, I also can only play when I am at home. I don't have any Android devices, so there's no way for me to take it on the go with me. So, like for example, like towards the end of May, I'm gonna be on a vacation. So during that time, this account is getting no activity at all. So that might be rough. It might be rough for some of you guys, but that's just how this works. Hopefully people don't cancel their contracts, but I know it's a possibility. All right. I don't think I have any contracts with Vase. Going to turn on tower managers for 20 minutes, departure for 20 minutes, and let's get into some World of Airports news. All right, I figured out a way to get, you know, both the news and World of Airports up on the same screen. So let's make sure we're handling some planes. We're gonna move, actually we'll kind of keep it right there. All right, so for those of you guys who play World of Airports ScrapIT, there is a new dev blog out for ScrapIT. So for on ScrapIT, a dev blog came out, posted by Tom Hole. It says, "Hello scrappers. In this blog post, I want to talk about our next big update. A lot of players found the game too hard and difficult. Levels like Amsterdam coming up too soon. We heard those comments, but at the same time, we didn't want to nerf those levels as more experienced players found them enjoyable." Yeah, get good. Nah. It makes sense if it's like if airport as complicated as Amsterdam's in there, and then it becomes a little bit easier afterwards. Like, all right, it doesn't like you would think it would get progressively harder. But anyways, they came up with the solution. They're going to be introducing a new Central Europe continent that will be the first continent to complete. The levels in it will be much easier, so the learning curve is much more linear, and by the time you reach levels like Amsterdam, you will be scrapping like a pro. Alright, I don't know. It will contain 20 easier levels, including tutorial levels Vienna and Prague, that will be moved there from Western Europe. 2 missing levels in Western Europe will be replaced by 2 new levels at the end of Western Europe. Central Europe will also introduce 9 new plane skins to collect. It is also worth mentioning that Western Europe will now be locked for new players until they complete 60% of speedruns in Central Europe or unlock it through in-app purchase, just like it was with Northeast America. Existing players who have completed at least 1 level in Western Europe before the update will keep it unlocked. It will take a few more weeks to fine-tune the levels before we can release this update. This was posted 2 days ago, April 9th, 2026. So I would say if you guys are interested at all in playing ScrapIT, make sure you complete some levels beyond Vienna and Prague. That way you have access to Western Europe right away. So you have, you don't have to pay to unlock it, and you don't have to worry about getting 60% of speed runs in Central Europe. But I think this is pretty cool. Having a continent that's like pretty much an easy level essentially is really exciting. I haven't really played too much ScrapIT myself. I know I've been meaning or wanting to make some ScrapIT guides for the community, but I really had no desire to play it, because like I would much rather just play main World of Airports game. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather just go in, play some actual World of Airports, and that probably is because that like I usually have internet wherever I go, while ScrapIT is also an offline available game. So maybe that'll change once I get like once I go like on an airplane, or I do some travel where I don't have access to the internet. But for now, like everywhere I've gone, it's like I have internet access, so I just much rather play World of Airports, not ScrapIT. But make sure you play ScrapIT, get a couple airports, so that way you can play the hard airports and you can play the easy airports. All right, we're gonna get to player news shortly as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Let's go over here. This is awesome. I'm glad I figured out how to keep the game open while also putting up Discord. It's a little messy, but that's the important part with World of Airports, is that the game needs to be running in order for the planes to be handled. So the good thing is, on an iPad, I can do some multitasking, which is what this is. So it's working now for me again. So I can even World of Airports is still running in the background. You see, like the timers are still going, even though I have Discord open over here. So we're gonna go through the player news. We always every Saturday we're gonna go through the player news. We're gonna look at date posted. All right, cool. Hammy constantly updates their post. Let's see if we go to the bottom. I gotta send my plane. Let's go. Go to the top. Send to the top. Send me to the top. Yeah, check out Hammy's post. Hammy keeps it updated, and frequently, like that's where Hammy sends like updates, letting you know like a airport needs to change. No. What's happening? All right, there we go. Much better. What is happening? It's smaller, man. Make it smaller. So move and resize it. All right, that's better. All right, cool. Let's not aim at the top left there. All right, so oh, now I can't click anything. There we go. All right, cool. Dev Zone James is gonna join back in an hour. Nice. Make a poll about how many here have played or have played it. Interesting. What's up, Nick the cook? Nick says, hope you're well. As always, thanks for being such a great connection partner. Nice, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. All right, Sun Goku, encouraging sadness, 51 says, for now, LHR and Hong Kong are my main airports, and Nagoya is a weekly type twice airport. I'm back to WOA, however, I play almost every day. Still couldn't stack up my silver planes as I used to. Any suggestions? Probably not the best place to ask for suggestions. That's more like, you know, in gameplay help. But you have 1.9 million silver planes according to your title. Don't worry about like stacking up silver planes. Like, why do you want to stack them for? You got 1.9 million, man. You're good for like years. All right, Air 3 Prom said they unlocked Leipzig. Yo, congratulations. And some important news. They unlocked Leipzig, but they're not playing. They have other important updates. So Leipzig will be played regularly after maxing Muscat and San Diego. For now, Muscat is their hub, and San Diego will be shut down. From May and through September, they're taking a break to prepare for medical university exams. Nice. Good luck. So if there's anyone who doesn't have a problem with me to handle regularly from May, please inform me so I will finish the contract and ask in September when I come back. I'll ping them here so that way you don't have a problem. Will be handled rarely and other contracts finished. Hope you guys will understand. Good luck. All right, Maytas, aka Caker235 says, I said this on a VIP channel, but I might as well update it for those who have contracts with me who's not VIPs. I feel like I read this before. Maybe I read it on my off stream. So yeah, I have exams coming up and I need to lock in, so expect less playtime. Good luck on your exams, Caker. We got Shamsh with the name change. So he changed from Shamsh Gamings to just Shamsh. Nice. To be honest, that name was giving me 2019 vibes, so I just decided to change. I tried to think of some innovative names, but nothing appealed my mind. Hey, I think that's cool. It's easier to type, right? So I mean, that's one thing. Like hyperactive here. I think hyperactive isn't your username like 999. Used to have your username in your title. I guess not. Maybe I'm misremembering. But hyperactive has 2.5 million silver planes. Nice. Foxtrot Airlines is closing all hubs. So the active hubs, BKK, Nagoya, and IAD are going to be closed, which means that they won't accept any new requests in their contract hub threads. I'm doing this to save money and complete my existing requests. I'll reopen once I have $1 million on the hub. However, I'll still handle my usual plan. Renewals will still be sent. All right. Good luck. $1 million is it's tough to come up with. But then it gets like easy. So if you have a lot of fleet planes, that's definitely going to help you with getting to $1 million. It's probably highly advised that you get some fleet planes. Otherwise, if you're just handling other players, it's gonna take a long time. Already click that. All right, Tom Philly Love said Zurich coming. Important announcement. I understand that I have many contracts for my fleet and others coming and going from my airports like IAD, BKK, and HKG. With the new expected release of Zurich, I will bring to your attention that contracts from the 3 airports that I mentioned will be delayed for some time. It's not expected to be long, yet most of my fleet won't be handled. I apologize in advance. Please let me know if you'd like to cancel. Zurich, you got some time, bro. You got some time. I think I read a forum post by Charlie on the World of Airports forum that Zurich is expected if all goes according to plans, and plans can always change, but it's expected in May. So you got some time. We still got like three more weeks in April. Plenty of time. All right, taking a break. Jaspero 949 is taking a break. They have some real life issues that need to be sorted. Good luck with that, man. No idea when or if I will be back, so feel free to cancel any contracts. If there's a chance that I can get the 10 out of 10 ones finished, I'll definitely do that or try that, but no guarantees. Really sorry for the short notice, but it can't be helped. Thanks to all the contract partners that helped me progress, especially Phat, all the advice I gained from watching your videos. Take care, everyone. Hope to be back sometime. Yeah, man. Hope everything's all right, man. Sometimes it's good to take a break. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's a lot going on in your life. Like, just take a break. World of Airports, hopefully, it should still be here when you come back, right? So, like, nothing to worry about. Now, your contracts might not be there, but you can always get them back too. So, nothing to worry about. It's just a game. We just have a lot of fun playing it, All right, we have Aviator Pilot says, thanks to these biggest contributors for helping me out. What happened here? Oh, they maxed Muscat. Oh, Muscat Max. Yeah, the title. Cool. Nice. Congratulations. Euroland Airways says they are going on holiday from the 15th to the 30th of April. All right. Enjoy your vacation, your time off. Pueller messed up. In Hong Kong, they're bulking aircraft by accidentally turned on the delivery and you're probably banking aircraft. And the planes block stands, so some of you will get contract renewals. I hope this won't happen again. Yeah, I think it's too early to start banking planes. Now, what that means, banking planes is something that we do in the latest airport. So, like, once you're max level at Hong Kong, what you want to do, or what banking planes means, is that you're going to start saving the planes that are at 10 out of 10. If there's somebody else's plane, or actually, if they're your own plane, you're gonna not land and not handle or not claim your own planes that are at 10 out of 10. And if there's somebody else's planes or a regular airline plane, like a map contract, and they're at 9 out of 10, ideally you're not landing them either. You don't want to land the planes because they're going to occupy a stand if you're waiting, if you're banking the planes, right? Because then the idea here is you have all these planes that are at 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10, so that way when you're done handling them, you're going to get rewards. And what happens when World of Airports releases a new main airport, which Zurich is going to be a main airport. So when World of Airports releases a new main airport, they also add one or more levels to the latest the prior airport. So Hong Kong in this case. So that's why in Hong Kong you're gonna save up the planes that are at 9 out of 10 if they're not your own planes. If they are your own planes, you save up the ones that are at 10 out of 10 and you don't land them. That way when the update comes out, you land those planes, you can claim the rewards, get that XP, and unlock the next airport pretty quickly for free. So that's what banking planes is. It's a great strategy. I still think we're kind of too early. I'm probably going to start banking planes around like April 25th or so, because if the update does come out May 1st, then I think 5 days is enough, to kind of get some progress, to get a lot. I am, however, banking the planes that are non-player planes. So any of the map contracts that are at 9 out of 10, those are the ones I'm definitely not redeeming. I'm not landing those planes. But if they're player planes or my own fleet planes, I'm landing them. I'm sending out the contract renewal up until the last week of April. I think we're too early. Yeah, I think we're too early. But maybe we get surprised, and the people who are banking planes now are the smart guys, right? But typically, when World of Airports tells us, "Hey, it's going to be an update's going to come out in May," it's going to come out in May. It's not going to come out in April. It might even come out in early June, like June 1st. But Yeah, I think it's too early to bank, but hey, you do what's best for you and your game, right? Because also, I don't know how much you can play between now and May 1st, right? So if you can't play constantly, or you're not trying to handle a plane 10 times again, then banking might make sense. All right, Made to Move is going on holiday. They're not going to be able to play WOA from April 11th to April 29th because I'm going on holiday. No need to cancel contracts unless you need your own planes for other players. See you all back at the end of this month. Bye-bye. Well, Made to Move, I don't think I saw you in chat today, which makes sense because you're on holiday. Hope you enjoy it, man. Cheshire Orange has reduced handlings for the next 7 days. That's as of yesterday. So they're on vacation this upcoming week, so they will not be handling aircraft as frequently. Thanks for your patience and support. Awesome. Enjoy. Lots of vacations. I'd love to hear it. Air Global reached 1 million silver planes. Nice. Awesome. Congratulations. Xyrox reached 500,000 silver planes, and GRU is now ready for contracts. So they opened up their GRU for player connections, and they're going to handle it daily. Good to know. Oh, I missed like 2 posts here. We got fleeting negligence with new airport priority. So they have a calendar of airports that they're going to play every single day. Take a look at it there. They're going to close Leipzig and Bari, and they have new airports, which is LHR. Explanation is they have Hong Kong maxed out for over 2 months. Zurich will not come before the end of May, so that's another 1.5 months of waiting. That's why I will play Hong Kong from now on 4 to 5 times a week instead of daily. That makes sense. That's a better strategy. Playing it less frequently, especially if you're like banking planes. I'm still trying to play it daily, so that way I can handle these planes. But yeah, a lot of people are going to be doing it differently. So definitely keep an eye out on player news, especially if you have planes going to someone's Hong Kong nowadays. All right, my other 2 big hubs, IAD and Muscat, will still be handled 3 times a week minimum. LHR will always be handled on Fridays, and if I have time, I will handle it in the week also. From now on, I will restart operations in LHR with my own fleet planes, no other player planes. I need to cancel old contracts and see which planes still have a good contract partner and which don't. Then I will renew my entire fleet and the biggest fleet reconstruction in my WOA history. Wow. Decide which plane types can stay, which ones I want to retire, and then buy lots of new planes. For my LHR will be open again for player contracts. Nice. Sounds like you got a plan, a strategy in place for your LHR. Makes sense. You know, LHR, a lot of players want to send, well, it's easy to send a lot of players, for players and for you to send players contracts, especially because like you might have a lot of players at Innsbruck that no longer play Innsbruck or no longer play World of Airports. You never know. All right, Crownstadt said from Saturday, April 18th, I will only play on Saturdays for all airports until Monday, June 15th, because I need a lot of revision and I have exams. Only cargo planes for my Muscat or to my Leipzig are exceptions until Sunday, May 3rd, and all will have no renewals. I also will not accept or send any contracts. Well, good luck on your exams. I'm not sure what revision means. Is that studying, or is that like you have to like update your essays or something? But good luck on that. It's the season right now. You know, finals are coming up. You know, and then the end of the year is coming up, and finals typically in school are a big part of your grade, right? So definitely take the time that you need in order to get that done. Thank you for posting on the Phat Airlines player news. That way people know. Hammy says they don't bank planes anymore. It just makes my gameplay more difficult and frustrating. Even if I do, it will be AI planes. Mike agrees. When I have 100 planes waiting to land, it becomes tedious to sort through them. I think eventually when you like have enough planes banked, all the banked planes end up on the bottom, so only your new planes are on top. But like it takes a while for that to actually be the case. But yeah, that's also part of the reason why I'm not banking planes right now, and I'm gonna wait until I'm gonna do some math, right? I'm gonna look at, you know, the spreadsheets to see how much XP did I need to reach level 90 at Hong Kong. I'm going to estimate, you know, how much do I need in order to reach level 91, and then I'm going to look to see like do I have enough, you know, map or regular airlines, you know, non-player planes to kind of cover that spread. All right, Jupiter Airworld saying, seeing I don't want to clutter the player news with numerous separate postings, this will be the news section for all news related to the airline. Of course, you are free to make comments and ask questions. Other news, Generation 3 livery is called A Bright and Windy Day. Nice. You got that out. That's pretty cool. Contract request form is going to get a review section, so you can be able to review and give feedback on what I could get better at. That's nice. Largest B-Class Embraer will now be used to showcase prototype liveries, including Gen 3. Repaint for A320LR and 737-8 MAX has been finished. So the airplanes are under the Generation 2 livery. You can now request it in the contract thread instead of using Google Form. Make sure to ping me with any requests if you are doing so. That's cool. I like that you're actually like telling people to ping you. Some people don't. Some people, I mean, it's weird. Discord's weird, right? Because like sometimes you want to get pinged for certain things, but then like a lot of people also try to be respectful and not ping you for certain things too. So it's like letting them know, like, ping me for this is good. More news will be posted in this channel. So just a heads up, I think we did a poll. What's the result of that poll? Did that finish? So VIPs are able to start a poll, but anybody can vote on the polls. There's plenty of open polls. It looks like nothing up here. So just a few open polls right now. One from, like, you know, Dev Zone Games, one from Unused Status, and I had a poll before as well. So I asked here, like, should we sort player news based on activity or recency? So it's currently sorted by recency, which encourages new posts. Activity encourages updating existing posts. So just a heads up, when it comes to the player news channel, I know, like, for example, like, we were trying to figure out why isn't, like, Hammy's post gets updated all the time, but I never read it, right? And it's because it's not a new post. So what I do when it comes to the player news is I actually look at which posts are most recent. That's the way it's sorted. Now we could always change it here to see which ones are recently active. You always have that option yourself to do it, but I go by the default sorting and I read which ones are the most recent. So like for Jupiter Airworld, where you said you don't want to clutter the player news with numerous separate postings, I would say maybe if you make a new post once every week, that's completely fine. You could also keep your post updated if it's just like small minor updates that you don't need to tell the world, essentially. You just want to tell people who are engaged with you. But make a new post if it's something that's new, you know? That's what I would say. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to read it. Because like all these posts that from a few days ago, well, actually, I don't know. Did I read these? These are closed. Oh, I know why they're closed. Some of these posts are closed, but I'm going to read them too. So Ginger Jesus is closing Muscat on the 1st of May. Nice. We got Everlane coming back. I think I read this last week. Here's Reprom did unlock Leipzig. Okay, I think I read these last week. Oh, I don't remember this one. Magical Thief changed their name to Vortex Airlines. That's a cool name, man. I thank you for your planes. I didn't realize that was you until I read this post. Hyperactive is not gonna have much activity until Monday. So has that passed? Has that passed? Yes, it has passed. So Hyperactive is probably active again. Nebby, what's up, Nebby? Couple announcements. So they changing their game name from Game Destroyer 909 to Nebby. Nice. That makes it so much easier for me to remember. I always like mess up when people have different names on the different platforms. So yeah, it's nice. Fleet management. They're going to be implementing the help of a spreadsheet. How many of you guys use a spreadsheet to keep track of your fleet? I've always thought about it, but like, one, I work with spreadsheets at my job, so it's like I don't know if I want to work on a spreadsheet when I'm playing World of Airports. But like, also I have so many planes, like I feel like I would just get ignored over time. Yeah, we're at 386,000 on the CONCORDE goal, guys. It's pretty solid. That means we're probably going to get it next week. All right, Nebby's also downscaling. They're a third of the way through year 12. Trying to manage airports at once made me rethink about how I play the game. Yeah, at this point, there's so many airports in the game. It's like impossible to play all the airports. You have to kind of pick which airports you're going to play. And I think, you know, that's part. I can't wait to see when World of Airports releases alliances, and like see if they introduce any new kind of gameplay alongside alliances, because alliances, they mentioned in a previous like dev blog that alliances like essentially is going to have like one player per airport or something like that. So it actually makes sense with how big World of Airports is getting now, and how like it's very hard to play every single airport in a single day. So having an alliance might make it so that it's better for somebody to be actually focused and dedicated on one airport instead of trying to play, you know, 3 or 4 different airports or more. Oh, you got a contract request in here? I see. We got Ginger Jesus and Fleeting. I got you, bros. My bad for the delay. Just reading these player news posts and forgetting that. Big fat no for me, Fat. What about LHR for Nebby? They're being inconsistent. They're not going to be renewing aircraft at LHR, and they're going to try to. Looks like they're going to try to finish those contracts if they can. They also have an alt account. My alt unlocked IAD the other day. Currently level 21. Feel free to send anything if you'd like. What's your alt's name, bro? Anyways, I think that says a lot, though. Like, when it comes to it, there's a lot of players who no longer play all the or as many airports on their main account, but they're still playing an alternate account. And why is that? Right? I mean, I could think of a few reasons why I play alternate accounts, right? Because I like the whole process of leveling up and getting rewarded, right? That's like an exciting part of the game for me. Once you're max level at all the airports, there's no more rewards. Like, you're not rewarded for playing. I mean, you get silver planes, but like once you have over 100,000 silver planes, it really becomes hard to spend it all unless you stop playing, which is not the whole point, right? The whole point is that you're playing World of Airports. So like for me, I really enjoy the fact that there's constant, like when I start a new account, because there's new rewards. I can get, you know, planes unlocked again. I can get liveries unlocked. I can get airports unlocked. So that's the exciting part for me. But like, there's so many other players out there, not just Nebby. Sorry, I'm not calling out Nebby at all. But there's so many other players out there who have multiple accounts, but they're not playing their main account constantly, right? And I think it has to do with like the whole gameplay. Like I think World of Airports really needs to like add levels in every single update that they send out. So like when let's say update 3.5.1 comes out, one of the things you want to see is I want to see is every single airport getting new levels. But they don't do that anymore. They only did that like for one update, and then they kind of stopped, and then they did it for only the major updates, and then they kind of stopped again. I wish we had more of those. So yep, that is the player news. I'm glad I was able to keep the game open during that entire time, because that means we were actually able to handle planes, which is amazing. Because usually while we're doing player news, we'll have Discord open and there's no gameplay happening. Christian Morales said, "Yo, Phat, can you send me some 777X and some Embraer to Muscat or Prague?" Prague. I got you, bro. Now, the answer right now is no. Join the Phat Airlines Discord. One, the 777X, bro. Like, you're asking for a plane that's like $350,000, man. That's kind of expensive, bro. Ask for a small plane. I don't know how good of a contract partner you are. Like, maybe I do. I don't even know your username, man. You don't have your username in your chat message, man. How am I supposed to send you a plane if I don't know your username too? But like, ask for something small, you know? It's easy to come up with like $50,000, but you're asking for a plane that costs 6 or 7 times as much, man. But yeah, when I do have available 777X or other planes available, I do go to the Phat Airlines Discord and I look at the contract board. So if I have a plane like at my airport, this will happen. It happens often at LHR, for example, where I have planes where people cancel them because they no longer play that airport, or they just don't want to, they don't want the contract anymore. Then that plane gets on my airport. It lands and then it's unassigned. So then I look in the Phat Airlines Discord, I look at the contract board, and then I look to see, let's say I have a plane that's going to Muscat. I look to see who's looking for a plane to their Muscat. If I see a post and I haven't sent them a plane already, I send them the request. That's what I do. Lots of people have gotten plenty of requests from me from the contract board because of that. The only thing is, with the contract board, you want to keep your post updated, because if your last post or your last update was 30 days ago, I'm not sending you a contract, bro. Like, it was 30 days ago. I don't even know if you're still playing World of Airports. So keep your contract board post updated. Like some cool post. We went through this last Saturday, I think, but like, telling people you're still playing, telling people what level you are, telling people, those little updates. Some people even have like full not conversations, but like let people know, hey, can you renew this contract? And they put it in their contract thread, because that way their post will kind of show up on top as well, and it shows their post is being active. So that's important. But yeah, bro, do that, because I don't really, the only way I send out planes on stream is through giveaways. That way everybody has an equal chance at winning. And on my Phat Empire account, which is my stream account, we have you can use your Phat coins, which is on Twitch, which you're not on, but on Twitch you can redeem your Phat coins, which will essentially tell me to accept your contract, or for me to send you a contract. So there's a redemption you can do that says Phat S plane. That will get you an S plane from me, from my stream account. And then also you can join PhatAirlines.com email newsletter. If you go to PhatAirlines.com, we have a newsletter there. Now, my next email contract is not going to be a 777X. It's going to be a smaller plane, probably like a seaplane, I think it is. And but the cool thing with that email contract is I send out an email. Here's a certain plane model. Here's the airport it's coming from, and here are all the airports it's going to go to. All you have to do is reply back with your name and what airport you want it to, given that it's one of the ones listed, and then I will send you that plane contract as well. So plenty of ways to get contracts from me. I don't really do them live on stream. If I do it live on stream, it's usually because of a giveaway, because I don't want people coming in here and begging for contracts, because that does not add anything. And also, for me, I don't think people want to look at a map and me typing names all stream. That's not, I mean, I'm not the greatest at gameplay showing, but definitely me typing in people's names and struggling doing that is not the highlight of any stream. Actually, let's change the time. Let's make it daytime here. Ultra said, why is your sub goal so incredibly high? Because it's based on what my another time when I had higher subs, because you guys stopped subscribing. What's up, Pew Whaler? Ginger Jesus said the main reason I have multiple accounts is to run simultaneous hubs, so I can send lots of planes to lots of people. That works especially if you have multiple devices. That makes complete sense too. If you have multiple devices and you have multiple accounts, that's a valid point. But if you don't have multiple devices and you're switching accounts, then there's something else going on, right? Bleeding Nitrogen said, I use my old A333s to send players I don't know. If I see that plane back often, I send more. If not, I cancel. The worst, Krotiki said, Krotiki, yeah, said the worst thing is when people ask me in the DMs. The reason I'm in Discord to get DMs for WoA in the server, and outside that for my friends. Yeah, I don't really respond to DMs, especially ones that just say hi. Like, okay, come on, bro. Like, say something to me. Don't just say hi. I get like 10 DMs a day. Something interesting, man. And then sometimes I respond back to the hi, and it's how are you? And I'm dead. I'm dead after that. I'm like, all right, like I get that there's a level of respect here and, like, you know, formality, but this is the internet, bro. You want something, so tell me what you want. You want a conversation, start the conversation. Don't just say how are you. Like, okay, yeah, I had a horrible day today. You know, do you really want to hear about my entire day? I'll tell you about my entire day. I won't tell you about my entire day. No, let's get to it, is what I'm saying. Boo. Do people type the wrong airport there as well? Yeah, they type Innsbruck wrong, like INS. They type St. Martin wrong. They type I haven't seen a wrong GRU though. Everybody gets GRU correct. Prague they type wrong. Hong Kong they type wrong. Luckily, I'm not confused by it. I was thinking about being a stickler, like, hey, that INS does not exist in the game, bro. But, like, I know what they meant, so I'm not gonna be annoying like that. Maybe I will be annoying like that one day, but not right now, you know. But yeah, it's like, yeah, INS doesn't exist, man. Yo, Ginger Jesus, I'm still waiting for your contract, man. You were deemed L plane contract, and I don't see an L plane here from you. And then also Haslan Pro, you'd have to redeem an X plane contract or an L plane contract. So that way I can accept those contracts. Otherwise, they're not going to get accepted. You can send them over to my main account, the Fat Rican. No cost, no charge, nothing like that. I handle all the planes. I do have quite a few. I have quite a few contracts at Hong Kong, but a lot of them are map contracts, which I don't prioritize. I prioritize my own planes and other player planes before anything else. Ultra said more like Flamingo stopped gifting. Not necessarily. I don't think it's been a while since, like, Flamingo has gifted this many subs in a single month. I think a lot of people come and go. That's what happens. I mean, that's life, right? People come and go, and people who you know, subscribed take a break from World of Airports, and they also take a break from me. That's why, like, Ultra, like, even though when you take a break from World of Airports, you're still here, which I appreciate. But like, a lot of people also they just stop showing up, which makes sense. I mean, I get it, right? Because like, I'm not, I give a lot of tips about World of Airports, right, and how to play better. So especially like the newer players or people who are like wanting to learn a little bit more, they're going to be interested in that, so that way they can like pick up little nuggets. But for the most part, you know, after that, they not much else. Airplane fan asks, is there issues on transferring data from mobile to laptop? I don't know what you mean. Playing on the same account on Google Play Games Beta, as well as on your Android phone, it's Google Play Games, bro. It's Google Play. You're talking about transferring from iOS to Android? I've never done it. People are asking me to make a guide for it, but I don't want to create a 5th account. I don't want to like transfer an account. There's like, I have to figure out how I'm going to do it, essentially. Especially since allegedly according to the devs, it's only a one-way transfer. So if I transfer Phat Empire, for example, to Android, I can't get it back to iOS. So it's like, I have zero need to do a transfer for that case, unless I'm permanently switching devices, which I have no plans in doing anytime soon. So yeah, and I really don't want to just create a whole new Apple account just so I can create a video, or a video that's probably not going to get that many views. Now, yeah, that's just being honest. Might help a few people, right? So that's good, but it's not going to get views. Which also tells me that people don't want it, right? Don't need it. Because all of some of my videos, like how to switch accounts, that barely has any views compared to a lot of my other videos. So you guys don't care about that, right? Or you already know how, right? So it's one of those. So that's the same kind of category that how to transfer your Android account would be in my opinion. I'm not getting your request pop up. All right, do I need to close the game and reopen it? Let's close the game and reopen it. What the? You're just trying to converse, man? I know, man, but I mean, you got to think about it. Like, I get a lot of, well, maybe they don't know, right? But like, you think about it, if you're trying to talk to a streamer, a YouTuber, somebody like who's like more popular, I guess. I don't want to like, I don't want to say that I'm popular. I don't feel like I am, but you're talking to somebody like that. Oh, look at that! Your request has been here for 6 minutes. All right, hold up. Seabird Club Legend, that's Lightning Dolphin. Is this you? Is this a new account, Lightning Dolphin YT? I have to scroll in chat because I'm like 5 minutes behind in chat, guys. Yeah, with this whole like, you know, small talk, like, I don't know, when you're reaching out to somebody who doesn't have a lot of time, really like it's the same thing like when you're doing like sales as well. If you guys are like in sales or working, you want to get that person's attention as fast as possible. I mean, anything really, social media, you want to grab somebody's attention as fast as possible. Saying hi is not grabbing my attention. You know, saying how are you is not grabbing my attention. But like when you like ask a question that's like a question that's never been asked before, or a question that's rarely asked, you're grabbing my attention. If you're asking a question like, oh, how do I level up this airport fast? Like, bro, that's a question you could put in gameplay chat. But if you're asking a more complex question or something that's like, advanced, maybe, you know, I can respect a DM for that. But yeah, just go, you know, you're not grabbing my attention with that. And like, if I'm reading the post like today and I don't have time to respond or have a conversation, because like sometimes I do respond to the hellos, right, and the how are yous and stuff like that, but that's when I'm like not doing anything. I'm at my computer or I'm at my phone and I can have conversations with people, but that's not often. And then, even then I get interrupted anyways. But Seabird, Lightning Dolphin, all right, cool, that's you. Yep. Hey Fat, is there an issue on transferring data? I already answered that. Yeah, I have no clue, man. I've heard of people having issues as well, but I'm not sure if it's because they're not following the instructions. But when you think about it, the instructions are also not listed here, right? When you get the cross, oh yeah, there is here. It is here. Maybe not in 3.5. I don't know. But like, there's specific instructions you need to follow in order to get it working properly, right? So most people are probably just clicking buttons and not following these instructions. And right now, like, if you only profiles already linked to Google or Apple can be migrated. That's like everybody with a username, essentially, right? Linking is part of the migration process. A profile can only be linked to one account, and migration overwrites data on the target device. Profiles cannot be unlinked. On the old device, you do all these things. You do all these things. On the new device, you then do all these things. Profile disappeared. Wrong account selected during login. New empty profile loads. Migration was skipped or wrong credentials used. Send them an email. See if you get some help. A lot of steps. That's 14 or 16 steps there that you got to follow. Yeah, I don't know. I have no need to transfer account, especially since it's a one-time transfer. Now, if there was a transfer that would be like a cross-play kind of thing where I could play the Fat Rican on my iPad and on my Android phone or on my PC, you know, my Android on Google Play Games Beta on PC, then yeah, and I could go back and forth constantly, then yeah, I 100% would be trying out the transfer. Not with my main account first. I'd probably try it with my Phat Airlines account or something, or an account, you know, that's the account I would care less about, even though I still care about it. But it's a one-time transfer. You can't come back. So, not appealing to me at all. No desire to transfer my accounts from iPhone to Android. Zero desire. And therefore, it's like really hard for me to help people to like figure out why that happens. It's just like, yeah, it's just like it's not. And Hammy said it right. Why did the devs call it cross-platform gameplay? It's essentially cross-platform gameplay transfer. Exactly. It's not cross-platform gameplay. I can't move my account from Android to PC or I can't move my account from Android to iPhone, and I can't move it back from iPhone to Android. I know there's plenty of games out there that will let you do things like that. You know, actually, Rocket League, I can play it on my computer, I can play it on Xbox, I can play it on my Switch, and it doesn't matter which device I'm playing it on. I'm still on the same account. I get all my same levels. I have mostly the same liveries available, and all the boosts and all the stuff, all the customization, all available. Yeah, so I have zero desire to like use the transfer feature for how it works right now. Currently, Play Games Beta and Android Play Games are separate based on what I've read. So accounts are separate. Interesting. I would Google. I mean, big corporations, man. They got no brains or something. I don't know. They care more about branding than they care about usability. If it's separate accounts, why would you call it Google Play Games still when it's called Google Play Games on your phone? It makes zero sense. Zero sense. Makes no sense, man. Why would you call it Google Play? I don't get it, man. These people get paid good money. Alright, I'm just making sure all my player planes are good to land, which they are. So all the player planes are landing now. We just have like a few player planes to handle here, and then we have a bunch of non-player planes. So we'll probably switch airports because I do have like another hour, maybe an hour like 10 on the stream today. So we'll switch airports. Which airport was voted number 2? Muscat. All right, we could go to Muscat. I'm excited to get Leipzig, man. Leipzig is going to be an interesting airport. Arnav said, I swear I hate when I get server or alliance requests from people who just say hi. Dude, that's another one. It's like they just send me an invite to their Discord, not any kind of like pitch. You know, no call to action, no convincing statement, nothing telling me why I should join their Discord, just a link. Like, bro, come on, do better. Not that I'm gonna join everybody who sends a pitch, but like if you send it's sales, man. If you want people to join your Discord, you gotta show them what, you gotta tell them why they need to join, right? So that's what, like, for me, you have the Phat Airlines Discord, which I tell people to join. When I first started my Discord, what was the main catch, right? It was that if you wanted contracts with me, I was only doing them on Discord. And I still kind of do the same thing. I just, now we have a contract board. We have so many people. I can't guarantee everybody gets a contract, but that's where I send contracts. Now also we have like our giveaway bot. We have polls. We have discussion after streams. So a lot more. But like, at the same time, like with other people randomly sending you Discord links, it's like, why would they care about getting contracts from you, right? Like for me, it's that I play daily, right? And I accept contracts from everybody. That's appealing to a lot of people, and also like that's also, I have a YouTube channel, so that helps a ton too. But like those kind of things, you want to like let people know. You want to give them a sales pitch. Not everybody's going to say yes, but some people are going to say yes and join, and that's how you grow it. You don't just send spam links to people, because just as easy as that was to copy and paste that link, it's just as easy for me to hit delete, man. Just as easy, and you're not getting anywhere with that. Are you going to update the stuff below your stream after Streamathon then? I get this takes up quite a lot of time now. It is not on my priority list. Not on my priority list. Not yet. It's on my to-do list, but it's not on my high. It's not on my urgent, high, or normal priorities. Actually, right now I think it's not prioritized at all, so it's not even low. But it is on my to-do list. What's high on my priority list is the website, which I did show. Oh, let's show it again. That's World Airports. Here it is. I did show this earlier, but I'm working on updating phatAirlines.com, so that way we could be the hub for like all World Airports information. And I was always kind of like, I was having a hard time myself with this, because I was like, there's so many guides I could come up with, and I want to make sure I have them all, right? There's like, there's 13 airports in the game. And I wanted to make sure I had like 13 guides, or a guide for every single airport before I released it. But I was like, nah, you know what? I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, hold on. What was that noise? Yo, Soa6. Thank you so much for gifting a sub on YouTube. or sorry, that's a membership, man. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. You too? Thank you for that. I think that ends up being a wheel spin, because I think somebody gifted one. We're in an odd number now. Anyways, I'll get to there in a second. Appreciate that so much, man. That means a lot. If you guys gifted a sub or a membership, make sure, or you are a member or a subscriber on Twitch, make sure you join Phat Airlines Discord. Link your Twitch or your YouTube account to your Discord so you can get access to VIP channels. But yeah, I was holding myself back because I wanted to have all those guides available first. But I was like, you know what? All I need is 3. If I have 3 guides, then I can start releasing more guides over time. I don't need things to be perfect. And then that way people could also give me feedback. It's easier to give feedback on 3 guides instead of like the entire website, you know, like all the guides. And then as we're releasing it, it's also easier for you to give me feedback on new releases too. So I was getting in my own way. Essentially, I was like overwhelming myself with what had to be done with the website, when I realized last night I could just keep it simple. Like, I don't need to have every single airport, a guide for every single airport to begin with. Eventually, yes, we're going to have a guide for every single airport, but to begin with, I can just have 3 guides: Innsbruck, Bari, Prague, or maybe Innsbruck, St. Martin, and Hong Kong. You know, something. Have something like this, you know, update the FAQs so that way we're answering some of the more frequently asked questions, and that way we could get some feedback and see what you guys like. But I think this is a really cool way to like see what the rewards are in this airport. What I want to highlight when it comes to the premium pass and the free pass, and you can see the full reward track as well. And then at the bottom, you know, some notes from me, and then some other frequently asked questions about the airport. I know Sloppy said no pictures. Yeah, I need to add some pictures. So we're going to add some airport pictures and like the 3D map as well. I might even share some pictures. Yeah, I might even like go to the World of Airports Discord and use some of like the routing pictures that they have. And then every single one of my guides is going to have a source if I didn't source everything myself. So in this, like for this Innsbruck page, I used a lot of the data from Technocratic Aviation, aka Geo, who compiled a lot of data from the World Airport community with different members, all credited on his spreadsheet. Mike said if the PC version were to corrupt someone's gameplay profile, they would be quite upset. It's beta. Once it's out of beta, they'll have them linked. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if that was clear when I downloaded Google Play Games beta. Like, I don't think anything told me that when I downloaded it, but maybe I just ignored it. Who knows? Yo, what's up? Soa6 says, sorry I don't show up to your streams very often. Most of them happen in the middle of the night for you. Yeah, you should join me on Monday. Monday on Twitch and YouTube, a part of our Streamathon, we have a night stream happening. Night for me, which is 9:30 or what time? Hold on, I've been saying 9:30, but I think it's 9. Let me check real quick. It is 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern, U.S. Eastern time. So join me then. Appreciate you stopping in. I appreciate you watching. There's no exclamation point Saturday command because there are no guaranteed airports that we're going to play on Saturdays. On Saturdays, we during the Streamathon, we are voting for which airports we're going to play. So the top 2 votes today were Hong Kong and Muscat. So we finished Hong Kong. We pretty much handled most of the player planes. So now we're at Muscat, getting some progress here. You can go to exclamation point Monday to see what airports I'm going to play on Monday if you want to see. And you want to make sure you're handling those planes ahead of time. Arnav said, yo, that website looks amazing. Yo, check this out. Oh. We have, I mean, the homepage, not done yet, but I'm like this is all like fake. Like a 380 turnaround guide, that don't make sense. But like this is where you can still sign up for your contract requests. I need to add, add your World Airports username and your ID as optional. A little bit about me, so you can see about me. Which I need to update the text. Here's where you can start, get your free contracts, then watch the tutorials on YouTube, then join our Discord community. Here's some guides. Only this one actually works. That's why I want it 3, because I want this to have 3 actual guides, not 3 fake, like not 1 guide and 2 fake ones. That's why my goal is 3. That way my homepage can be full. Here's a Discord link with a bunch of fake people. I probably should look for real things people have said. And then another, call to action to sign up for the list. We have guides, which is going to be an index for all the guides. Pretty cool, because like we can filter it by airports, so it'll only show you airports. Filter it by strategy, videos, and it'll do that. You can search by tags, airports, whatever. And resources isn't like created yet, but that's going to be like almost like an affiliate page, to be fair. That way you guys can see like SwiftPoint, the stuff that I use, my stream equipment, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I was getting in my own head and getting in my own way of getting it actually like done, because I was trying to force myself to come up with like 15 different guides before releasing the website, when that doesn't need to happen. Just 3 is all I need. Yo, what's up, Hyperactive? Yo, what's up, Voitando? Did you have someone build it for you? AI, bro. AI. What you guys know about me, man? A lot of you guys in the World Airports community hate AI, but you really hate people, hate AI that's used by lazy people. Like, you like the songs that we create, right? This website you guys are enjoying. I still need to update it, right? So, I mean, if you read the text, it's clearly AI. But, like, that's one of the things I need to do. That's part of my process. But, like, AI is really, really great for a lot of things, man. Ultra, share the link. Share the link. DM me. DPay, nice. I love Flamingo's call signs, man. What is this one? All right, I already read. D-tax. Oh gosh. Yo, Ultra, how was the news, bro? Was I right that it was negative? Yeah, so Hammy gifted 5 subs the other day, and SOA6 did 1 gifted membership now. So we did 2 spins for Hammy. I think we can do a spin now. I'm okay with that. If you guys are okay with that. I don't know why you guys wouldn't be okay with that though. I think we could do a spin the wheel. Did Educate didn't get a spin for his one? Yeah, he Educate gifted 1 on YouTube and 1 on Twitch. We'll have to wait for the ads to finish too. Yep, but where should I go to see if there's an alliance accepting new people. If you're on the Phat Airlines Discord, you'll probably see that in self promo. That's typically where we're asking people to send like their alliance stuff, because alliance stuff tends to ask people to go off of Discord for like applying or go to another Discord server. So we encourage many people who are recruiting for alliances to share it in self promo. Occasionally you might see a few on the contract board, but they don't really belong there unless they're just using the contract board as like as their hub, which isn't common. Usually there's another, like, a whole process you have to do with most of these alliances. You have to join another Discord, so it's like, yeah, self promo. But also, like, right now, I mean, the problem with starting an alliance, in my opinion, this is my opinion only, but I think the problem with an alliance right now is that we have no clue how alliances are going to work in the game. So, like, if your alliance has like 20 people, is that too many people? It could be, because the way the dev blog kind of talked about it was that it sounded like there was going to be one person per airport, right? So 20 people could be too many people, let alone if you have 50 people in your alliance. Now, it could be like a larger alliance where you have different like teams, and that could work, right? But there's a lot of details that are unknown about alliances in the game, and you could kind of do your own thing too outside of just what's provided in the game. But for me, I'm not starting any kind of alliance page or anything like that until we have more solid details about what it looks like in the game, so that way I'm not excluding people by accident. And if I do need to create like multiple teams or something like that, then I will, but that'll all be part of the plan. You said Hungary, you said Iran news, man, that's all things we have no control over too. Foxtrot is handling my 748 from Hong Kong right now. Nice. Airplane fan said I couldn't catch some of that information. I really didn't have a lot of information there. I don't think so. I was waiting for the ads to finish before I did the wheel spin. Oh yeah, I was talking about alliances. I was just really like saying like there's not a lot of information about alliances. So like, why start an alliance when you might end up excluding people who are allegedly in your alliance because there's not enough room, you know? Now, the solution to that is by having like multiple teams in your alliance, but I'm holding off until I know a little bit more information about what alliances are going to look like before doing something, so that way I can purposefully, you know, either have a small alliance or have a large alliance that has multiple teams in there with like different captains, for example. Like a captain would be somebody who's very active in world airports. Voitano said bro's gonna make an alliance with the Phat Rican, Phat Airlines, Captain Phat, and Phat Empire. I would only work if I was like a full-time streamer, really, because then like Phat Empire could be a captain, you know, an alliance member or leader. We have that, you know, Phat Airlines I don't play often, but I play casually. But if I'm a full-time streamer or something, then that gives me more reason to play, right? Yo, oh, yo, Soa6 with another gifted sub, and Flamingo with the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much, both of you guys. That is pretty cool. Who got the gifted sub from Flamingo? Let's take a look. Well, for Soa6, that went to Fraud Jr. and Kyle Johnson. Nice. And for Flamingo, went to Denislav, sorry, Foxtrot Aviation, Death NLT, Daniel Zulkilfi. It's Jonas, Little Snowyak, Andy the Cool Pilot. I don't know what to put here. Help now. Cookie Cooker and the Airplane Fan. Yo, Airplane Fan, no more ads for you, bro. you don't get to miss any more of my statements. Shout out to Flamingo. Shout out to SOA6. Thank you both so much for the support. Really appreciate that. And with that, we got 6 wheel spins to do. And we got an hour on the stream. So I got plenty of time for the wheel spin. We are going to bring up the wheel and we're going to spin this wheel. So there are a few ones that we haven't hit at all on this wheel spin, even though we spun it a few times already. Like, we haven't had to buy a medium plane. I haven't had to go, it hasn't landed on the captain. We haven't had pure manual mode either. So let's see if we get one of those. If not, we'll, we got 6 spins, guys. So let's see what we get. Spin number 1. This is for SOA6. And it's a CONCORDE giveaway. Awesome. Awesome. Guys, join the Phat Airlines Discord, because that's where this CONCORDE giveaway is going to happen. I'm going to set it up on my computer, so give me a second here while I get this set up. Let's follow Cheshire Orange's plane. But yeah, join the Phat Airlines Discord. We're going to be giving away a CONCORDE, and the CONCORDE is going to be ending. The giveaway is going to be ending in 2 hours. So it's 1 p.m. right now. This CONCORDE is going to end at, the CONCORDE giveaway is going to end at 3 p.m. This CONCORDE is going to come from, where is it going to come from? From my Hong Kong. And it's going to go Hong Kong. It can go to Bangkok and I think Sydney. I think that's it, right? And Nagoya. Help me out here. Is that right? From Hong Kong, CONCORDE from Hong Kong to Nagoya, Hong Kong to Sydney, and Hong Kong to BKK. Can it go to Muscat too? And Muscat, right? And Muscat, I think. You know what? I don't have Hong Kong on Phat Airlines, so I can't log in over there. And we were just at Hong Kong. I'm trying to do a CONCORDE though at an airport that I play frequently on my main account. That's why I'm picking Hong Kong or BKK or LHRIAD. I could also do Muscat. Like, I'm here at Muscat right now. I could do Muscat on my main account, but I play Muscat like 3 or 4 times a week, maybe sometimes less frequently. So I just want to make sure that like I'm active, so that way you guys can actually see the CONCORDE and get the CONCORDE. All right, D-Tex all over. Mission complete, contract complete. We got D-Me. Another contract complete. Thank you, Flamingo, for sending those contracts. Even though I know you're busy. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, we got level 38. So we are 1 level away from international at Muscat, which is really exciting. Because after we got international, then the next goal is to get the next airport, which is like level 64 or something, right? 65. Leipzig, man. Leipzig. I am excited for Leipzig. I'm excited for any new airport. But the fact that World Airports lets us the fact that World Airports lets us get all these airports for free is pretty amazing. Arnav said, not sure, but I think some alliances just come to your Discord, recruit players, and ask them to leave your Discord. That stinks. That's not the whole point of like our Discord, guys. Why would you tell people to leave that server? Makes no sense. Like, just because they're part of my server doesn't mean that they can't also be part of your server. Like, yeah, I know Discord does have a maximum number of servers that you can join, but like, come on. Let me see here. I need confirmation. Can the CONCORDE go to Muscat from HKG? Airplane fan said, isn't that 20 wheel spins? Hold on. Nah, it's 10 gifted subs. So it's for every two gifted is 1 spin. So it is it is 5 spins for Flamingo and 1 for SOA 6. You did the 1 for SOA 6, which ended up being the Concorde, which is pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Guys, take a look at Twitch and look at the community challenge. We need 500k to unlock the Concorde, and we're at 392,000. Nice job, guys. Yo, what's up, Met Scott? Long time no see, bro. Nice to see you. I don't think I've seen you. Well, I'm not super active on the World Airports Discord anymore. I don't think I've seen you there when I'm there, at least. Somebody did say yes. Okay, so I'm wondering if that is confirmation. It might be confirmation. I really wish I knew where all these all the Concordes could go. I'm gonna just add Muscat there, and if it can't go there, I'm gonna have to correct myself post fact essentially. Giveaway duration 2 hours. Giveaway winners 1. Submit, and then we gotta do the options. This is from giveaway. All right, submit. So guys, what you got to do, go to Discord, the Phat Airlines Discord, go down to the contract section, and then go to giveaway special plane. Go down to the bottom, and you'll see that right here, new giveaway. Phat Rican is giving away a Concorde from Hong Kong to one of your airports. All you gotta do is hit the enter giveaway button, then a pop-up's gonna appear where you can select your username and select which airport you want it to if you win. Now, if you don't have your username auto-populating, you can go to the bot stuff channel, which is over here in just for fun. Go to bot stuff and type in slash profile view, and to see if you have a profile on your account. If you have a profile, your account or accounts are going to be listed here. If you have multiple accounts and only one account is registered, you can then type in profile create, and you can add your player name, and that will create a new profile for you. There's going to be a lot more happening eventually with these profiles. Like, we're thinking about doing like ratings, you know, kind of like giving kudos to good connection partner, for example, you know, things like that. But yeah, create a profile. That way you don't have to type in your username every single time. All right, we got 5 spins to do, so let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Did we reach 400k? Let's go. Nice. Let me check. Check. Yeah, we're at 401k. Let's go, guys. Thank you for contributing your points, man. That's really cool of you guys. And I didn't even shout out all the stream streaks. I'm gonna do that in a few. But I got like 5 spins I need to do here, so let's spin that wheel. Let's make sure we get these done, because we got an hour, so I want to make sure we get the penalties and all that. All right, I'm not super excited, but I'm excited because this is the first time we got pure manual mode, and not only is it pure manual mode, but it's for 10 minutes. So here's what pure manual mode is, because this is the first time we've actually landed on it. So pure manual mode means no tower managers, no ramp agents. Yeah, that's it. So here's what I got to do. I'm going to extend these tower managers though, because, well, I guess I don't need to, but essentially when I start the timer, every single, all the tower managers are going to be paused, which means I need to assign and handle all the planes. I need to tell the planes to depart, and I can't use the ramp agent. So let's start our timer here. manual mode, because for 10 minutes we're doing everything manual. This is like World of Airports 2.0 when it first came out, right? Everything was, oh, minus the ramp agent. So no ramp agents, everything is manual. Let's see if we can get this done without getting delayed planes. We probably will have some delayed planes, but this is going to be very interesting. It's going to be hard too, but see what we can do. Thank you, Flamingo. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, sorry. Oh, got to hide the wheel. Where's the spin the wheel? So yeah, we disabled the tower managers. They're paused all right now. So all the tower managers are paused. And when it comes to handling new planes, we cannot activate the ramp agent. So no ramp agent button. Everything needs to be handled manually. It does look like, though, we don't have a lot of contracts here right now. I mean, what, we have 11 on the ground, and it's all non-player planes. We have 2 that are waiting to land. We're gonna land made to moves for sure. We have 7 waiting to depart. I feel like we're gonna switch airports soon. How to pause the tower control? So you click on the tower, and you click on each tower manager individually, and you can hit the pause. This becomes a pause button when it's active. Right now it says resume, because if I click the button, it's going to resume it. A pop-up is going to appear and let you know that it's going to automatically start. Now, the reason why there's a pause button is because the speed up landing is still active, right? But the automatically manages landing queue by landing clearance, that is not active, right? So each of these tower managers, not only do they automatically do some things, but they also speed up things in your airport. They speed up departure for your departure manager. It speeds up chocks for your delivery manager. It speeds up taxiing for your ground manager. So that is nice to have as well. Mohammed, you always play manual mode? That's rough, bro. I don't. It depends on what airport you're in. But like, if we go to LHR, for example, like that's like hell mode. That's why, like, this is actually the harshest penalty that we have on that wheel, and it's also the longest one. I might make the ground all flights 10 minutes as well, but I purposefully made pure manual mode be like super hard, because it's like a 1 out of 10 chance, you know. I think there's 10 spins on the wheel. It's like it's not like a super large chance of it happening, right? So let's make it super penalizing. Oh, no ramp agent. Whoops. How does the pause work then? I can't just infinitely pause and always get the speed up. Well, the timers are still running, bro. Like when you let me see here. When you first go into pausing it, it says here, speed up ability will continue until the end of remaining time. Timer will continue. So your timer is still run. You don't have infinite time. It doesn't actually pause anything except for the automatic abilities. Only pauses the automatic abilities. Oh, no ramp agent. What am I doing? It's habit, man. I'm just so used to doing it. It's like my mind is an auto clicker on it, you know? Ban my mind. DevZone Game says I always play manual mode because I just have 27 contracts in my Nagoya. You don't even use the ramp agent though? I don't know, man. For me, even on my PC account, I'll play with the ramp agent at least, and I even turn on the tower managers. That way I could step away from the game and feel okay. You know, especially the ramp agent. Like, I don't, like, right now I have to be tied to the game. I have to handle all these planes, you know, and like this plane I only have a 3-minute gap if I mess up or if I take too long. This plane I got like a 9-minute gap, so I'm not like too worried about that one. But like some of these planes, there's a big gap, or not a big gap between, like this one is 2-minute gap. Like I only have 2 minutes to make sure I click on the next service. It's a lot easier when every single plane is being handled, though. I could tell you that, because now I just got to look for which planes needs attention, right? That's this button, requires action. Let's look over here. Any planes need landing? Yeah, we got Krankenwerk Airways, random arrival, clear to land. And then we got planes ready for takeoff. So let's go ahead and line up and take off these planes. Push back up, more planes to be handled. QJ plays a lot of manual, only play IAD, it's a pain, yeah. DevZone Games added an A320 to your fleet, nice. Cool plane. Like, this plane is probably going to finish not on time, unless I pay close attention. I don't think I'm going to be paying close attention. I'm going to try, but that timer is really tight. I mean, if this plane needs repair, then I'm screwed. Ha. And not only do I have to is this time, but I also have to hit the finish handling button at the end of this. So I'm pretty sure this plane's going to get delayed. Pretty sure that plane's going to be delayed. I'm going to try my best to not make it delayed, but I'm pretty sure it will be. What's up, Seal Does YouTube? What's this stream about today? So a few times I went over we're playing World of Airports. We play World of Airports every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern here on stream. And we're playing our stream only account, where essentially I have an account for World of Airports where I only play this account while I'm live streaming. So but today's topic is about something I've been working on for a very long time, and I've been talking about it for a few times on streams too, is my website, phatirlines.com. So right now we have a website at phatirlines.com, and it's really just like a landing page where you guys can put in your email address and your World of Airports username and your World of Airports ID, which is optional, and you can get emails from me. The emails that I send out are World of Airports news, Phat Airlines news, World of Airports tips, and the most interesting part about the emails from me too is I also send out contract emails. So every single person, I send out a contract email, it goes out to everybody, and it's a certain plane model from a certain airport, and I list out all the airports it can go to. So if you have that airport and you want to get that plane, or if you have one of those airports, only one airport, if you have one of those airports and you want that plane from that contract to be sent to you, all you have to do is reply back to that email with your username and which airport you want it to, and I will send you that plane. I sent over 100 A339s from my LHR on the last contract email that I sent out. So, and that 100 A339s, that is over, it's like 40 million wallers or something. So definitely cost me a lot. Definitely need that contract capacity, but it's something I do for everybody, for the community. That way everybody has a chance to get a plane, right? Because some people have a really hard time getting contract partners, and I try to make it easy, through that. But beyond what the current Phat Airlines website is one of my goals was to really improve the way people can get World of Airports information. And that's the whole reason I started Phat Airlines, the YouTube channel, is because I noticed that a lot of people are asking the same questions over and over again. So I'm like, let me create a YouTube channel so I can make a video and go over some of these questions and answers. And then I know for me in particular, when I'm looking for information for certain games, there's certain things where I will not watch a video and I will look for a website or a text-based guide, and I would not watch a video. So essentially, for some of the things that I'm doing, like some of my videos that I have, I wouldn't even watch my own video, kind of thing. And why is that? Because I would look for a text guide. Now, there are a few guides out there for World of Airports, but my goal here was to make a website that was easy to read, easy to scan, and provides all that information about that you need when it comes to World of Airports. So I'll show the preview again in like 10 seconds. I just want pure manual mode to be over. I can't believe 10 minutes already finished. That's crazy how fast that felt. I'll go over what my new website's going to look like. But the new website's not going to come out like today. It is going to come out soon. I have a goal where I want to finish 10 guides before I... Okay. Woo. I have a goal of finishing 10 guides. Or 10 guides. No. 3 guides. I want to do 3 guides before I release the website for public. So now that the manual mode is over, let's hide the timer. Thank you, Flamingo, for the gifted subs. We owe her 4 more spins. So we'll do 4 more spins shortly. Let me go over the website real quick. We still got time, so I'm not worried there. Let's go to... Oh no. Go... What happened? Oh man. Touching all these buttons, man. Alright, let's go to the guide, right? So this is the first thing I wanted to show everybody, is like my Innsbruck guide that I created. It's not final. I haven't verified everything. I haven't checked this, make sure everything is like up to my standard. It's just the layout is really what I'm looking at. A lot of this information is valid because I got it from the WOA info wiki, created by Technocratic Aviation and with support from the World Airports community. He gives credits in spreadsheets for it. Like here's the Innsbruck rewards guide. So you have like the premium pass, the standard track as well. You have the summary of what's all included, real easy to read, I think. That way, if you want to know what you get, like, is the premium pass worth it? You get 100,000 wallers. You get 10,000 silver airplanes, which is the equivalent of 10 gold planes, right? You get 9 contract slots, 9 more handling crew. 5 handling crew is 45 gold planes, by the way, if you buy them from the store. Here are all the airplanes you can get. I don't know. Some of this I got to validate, right? You got 6 liveries. Here are some of the milestones. You get here like some of the best rewards you want to look at. And here's the full reward track as well. Then at the bottom you have my notes, my take on it, which has to be updated, and some FAQs. One thing we're going to add that's not on here right now is a picture, right? Here's what Innsbruck Airport looks like. Here's the 2D map as well. And we'll add that. But yeah, this is going to be like what's going to come out in the future, hopefully soon. But then we also have like an updated homepage. That way you can still get your contracts. You type in your email address. I need to add a field for your username and your ID. You got my about me here. You got, like, if you're new to World of Airports, what you got to do is get your contracts, watch some tutorials, and join Phat Airlines. Here are some guides. This is the reason why I want 3 guides, so I can have 3 guides on my homepage. Join our Discord and another, get your free contract. So that is the gist of this website. I think it's a lot better than, or a lot more, it's a lot more updated and current than our existing website. But more importantly, I think the guides here are going to be really easy to read, really easy to scan, and you can easily find out your information that you want about the airport itself. So, which most people, when it comes to the airport, is, what do you get in the premium pass? What are the rewards? I guess I need to also add here how to level up, right? How to level up the airport, and maybe the total cost of like unlocking everything in the airport. I'm not sure if that's something that people are interested in, but I might add it. So, yep, that is what is that? That is what that's the website that I'm working on. And I would get in my own way by trying to make sure I originally wanted to have a guide for every single airport, right? I wanted to make sure everything was perfect ahead of time before releasing it, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Like 3 guides is fine. Like my YouTube channel was started with 1 video, right? And then now I don't know how many videos we have now, but we have a lot more than 1. So it's like everything starts off, small, and then it ends up being large. So I want to kind of do the same thing here. Is like I want to make sure that like I'll start the website small with small guides. Then you guys could provide your feedback on it. You guys could let me know, hey, this isn't right, or I don't like the way this looks. and that way I can fix it, and then I can continue to build up the website further. We're going to switch airports. What was number 3 on that poll? Let me see. What was number 3? Oh. Prague? Prague and Sydney were tied. What about you, YouTube? What did you guys? Prague. All right, we're going to go to Prague. And we're going to do a spin for the wheel as well at Prague. So let's go to Prague. I think I was trying to pre-land planes, but I didn't really have a lot of time to land planes ahead of time. But let's go ahead and bring up the wheel. We have 4 more spins for Flamingo's gifted subs. Thank you again to Flamingo for gifting those subs. I really appreciate that. That's true. I should just password protect it. That's smart, Sloppy. Boom. Now you guys are all going to be blocked. All right, we're going to buy an X-Plane here. I don't think... if Flamingo is still here, if you want an X-Plane, Flamingo, let me know. And I will also buy one and send one to you. So X-Plane giveaway is going to happen on Discord. We're going to spin again because we can do that. I'm going to turn on the tower managers in the background. Another Concorde giveaway. Let's go. Bro, I keep pushing buttons on my Stream Deck by accident, and then I mute myself, I mute the music. I'm so sorry. So we got a Concorde, another Concorde giveaway. So that one's probably going to happen from LHR. Can somebody tell me what airports the Concorde can go to from LHR, please? Just so when I create the giveaway, it's real easy for me. I have an idea. I think it's like Prague, Muscat, IAD, St. Martin. All right, 2 X-Planes. Wow. Two X-Planes, 1 Concorde giveaway, and 1 more spin to go. And a large plane. Oh my gosh, this is an expensive spin. So 1 large plane, 2 X-Planes, and 1 Concorde giveaway. That is an expensive spin. Thank you, Flamingo, for hold on. Thank you, Flamingo, for gifting those subs. Thank you, Soa6, for also gifting those memberships. Really appreciate you guys coming in and supporting the channel. Especially like with this news about my website, it kind of like, it makes me like that kind of stuff is going to help support. All right, so let us buy these planes and start these giveaways. Any tips on Muscat? I'm level 10. So Muscat, I wish you asked like a few minutes ago, man. We were just there. But Muscat, there's 2 runways, right? So there is a terminal that you can unlock that pretty much activates the other runway. So you kind of want to like go for that terminal sooner rather than later. That way you can land multiple planes at the same time. Otherwise, it's like almost the same tips as like everywhere else. You want to like get large planes, like which are DE and F planes, as soon as you can. That way you can get like XP, get some ballers from handling, because those larger planes, I mean, this is my plane, but like look at this large plane, right? This is making me 1800 wallers, while a small plane, my own small plane, so that doesn't count. Yeah, I don't have, let's go over here. Or a small plane is going to make you 233, you know, it's going to make you 190. So that's 10 times as much from handling this one E plane compared to a B plane, right? Now, when you're at level 10, you don't normally get those large contracts. So you're going to want to like go to like the Phat Airlines Discord and make a post on the contract board and see if somebody is able to send you a plane to your airport. The great thing about player contracts, though, is that you start off at tier 10 rewards. So once you handle the plane back and forth 10 times, you're going to get the maximum reward for that plane and for that route. So really great thing to do. All right, I need to get these giveaways started. So first thing we're gonna do is giveaway aircraft. And which is the first aircraft we're gonna do? We're gonna buy an L plane. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna buy an E plane, and I'm gonna do a 77 LF because I haven't bought that one yet on the Streamathon yet. So let's make a let's see if where it can go though. It can go to Muscat. It can go to BKK. Nice. It can go to Hong Kong, Nagoya. Oh my gosh. All right, this is definitely going to be the one. All right, so it's going to be a B77 LF. And it is coming from Prague. And it is able to go to IAD. It is able to go to Nagoya. Is it able to go to San Diego? No. It's able to go to Muscat. I think so. Yes, Muscat. Yes. No St. Martin. No LHR. No Sydney. BKK. Yes. MSY. Yes. GRU and SCL. Probably not. Yeah. No. CNN. No. And Hong Kong. Yes. All right. There we go. I list all the airports. This is a giveaway for 5 minutes. All right. And there's one winner for this airplane. I am going to add a note in there so people know this is from my stream only account. All right, stream only account. And now you guys just have to join the Phat Airlines Discord. Take a look at the giveaway L plane channel, because there is the giveaway for the B77 LF happening right now for 5 minutes from right now when I'm talking. Maybe a little bit earlier because I think there's a slight delay between stream and what you between what I'm saying and what you guys hear on stream. So maybe like 4 minutes. But make sure you join that giveaway. That we have a chance to win that 77 LF. It's a cargo plane though, so make sure you have a cargo stand. All right, we're gonna do an X plane. So for the X plane, we're gonna do one of each that we have. So we have 2 of these X planes, which is F size F planes. We have a A388 and a 748. So I don't have enough wallers for that, so I'm gonna spend 100 gold planes so I can get enough wallers. And we are going to do the 740. Actually, we're going to do the A388 first because the 748 can go to more destinations typically. Maybe not always, but typically it can. So we're going to do the A388. And where can this go? So can we configure this for LHR? Probably not. No, too low demand. We got Muscat, BKK. Let me start the giveaway while A388. Should be doing this while I have the pop-up open. Origin is Prague. All right, suitable airports is Muscat, BKK, Nagoya, Hong Kong. It can't. Yeah, no airplane can go from. Actually, we're in Prague. Can this even reach Sydney? No, it can't. Can this even reach SCL? It can, technically. No profit. It can go to GRU. Look at that. Right? St. Martin? Probably not, right? I would think not. We don't have the runway era though, so no profit. We got San Diego there. We got a runway issue at MSY. San Diego and and IAD. All right, cool. I got all the airports listed. This is also going to be running for 5 minutes. There's going to be one winner. So get ready. This one's going to be in the giveaway X plane channel, so that way you guys can join there. This is a spin the wheel stream only account. I should copy this. Phat Empire, copy, submit. All right, and that is up and live now as well. So I'm just gonna let's do what is it, 10 and 30 is like the normal, my default that I go to. We're gonna go ahead and buy one of these. How are we looking over here? Any planes needing to be handled? Yes, this one right here from Lightning Dolphin and Majeskai is nice. All right, cool. We got another one coming over here from Fleeting Negligence. Nice. Let us go back into the menus and let's buy another plane. So we have a passenger plane, F size, B748 now. Let's go ahead and change the livery in advance. Special one. Yo, what's up, Yoda? Am I missing some redemptions? L plane contract, Phat M plane contract. Oh, nice. I have an M plane on the ground for you, bro. Where do you want it to, Yoda? I think it's called exclamation point Phat, right? For the accounts. All right, let me. Oh, yeah, we're doing something here. We're figuring out what airports this can go to, and I need to open up Discord and type it in. So we're doing giveaway B748. B748. And it's coming from Prague. And it can go to Muscat. It can go to BKK. It can go to Hong Kong. And it can go to Nagoya. That's pretty cool. All naturally. Like without any changing of configuration. We got San Diego as well available. We have, is MSY a possibility? No, runway issue over here. It can go to IAD. St. Martin? I don't think any plane can go, like any of those larger planes. That's interesting though. Why is this runway 2600 meters and it has exclamation point, but St. Martin doesn't give me an exclamation point for the runway? Is there a reason for that? Like real life reason? Alright, can we get this to SCL? I feel like we should be able to. Yeah, SCL GRU, nice. SCL GRU. What's the other one? Probably no LHR, right? But we can get it to LHR too. That's crazy. All right, giveaway duration is 5 minutes on this one as well. Giveaway winners, 1. We're gonna say no to VIPs, and the note is spin the wheel stream only account. Again, that one is available now on giveaway X-Plane. On the Phat Airlines Discord, so you can join the Phat Airlines Discord if you have, well, if you can do it in 5 minutes, and have a few planes that we are giving away. I'm actually hearting those planes too, so that way my tower managers are activated for preferring favorited airplanes, so that way those planes get assigned first and land first as well. Alright, so the B77 LF giveaway has finished. And Daniel Zul Kifli has won. Congratulations. Did Yoda respond to what airport they want? I don't know. I haven't scrolled. Airplane fan said, owning your own fleet planes earns you much more. The 744 at Phat's Prague, which I own, the one with brown and shades of orange. This one, right? Earns him 1,800, while for them it earns them 9,400. Yep. I mean, you see here, look at my A388 earning me 14,000 wallers. And then Yoda sent me an L plane. Oh, so a 6 with the Concorde. Let's go. Nice. What are you talking about? That's not MSY. I'm not. What? Did I click MSY and not Muscat? I don't know what you guys are referencing. Kind of water salute? Oh, smart wings. Yoda, where you at? I got this plane right here for you. You clicked mobile USA, not New Orleans? Oh. That makes sense. Let's check, let's check. Let's check, let's double check. Check. Oh, dang, MSY is a available airport. Did I do that twice? Dang. Man, geography, bro. Geography, bro. Wonder. But still, my point stands. I mean, yes, I kind of like people who want their it's MSY. Sorry, you can't select it because I didn't put it there. But like, why is this a shorter runway, 2600, and this one is 2300? What? I could send this to St. Martin too? No way. What? But yeah, how does that make sense? How come this runway is 2600 meters, and this one's 2300? I can't send it to this airport because of the runway. Or that's what it's telling me, right? And profit and demand. But the runway is an issue. But at St. Martin, with the shorter runway, I'm able to send it to. I mean, is that a wind thing? Not redoing the giveaway. Yoda! The hard part about Prague is how long these planes take to taxi, man. That's where pre-landing really comes in helpful. And I am like very much looking forward to being able to switch this, or not being able to, but when this runway switches directions. Because if planes take off from over here, that means the long taxiing time is for departures, not for arrivals. Right now, it takes a long time for planes to arrive, and then they have to taxi. But if we ever, when we get the Prague remodel and they change, they update the airport to have the runways change direction based on wind, I am going to be rooting for, which runway is this? Runway 6 all day, man. If I hear it's runway 6 happening at Prague, I'm going to be jumping into Prague more frequently. Derailer said no, it's because mobile can get an or is it mobile or mobile? I forget. Mobile can get an E plane as the largest plane. Ah, so okay, it's not the runway that's the problem, it's the airport that's the problem. I gotcha. That makes sense. Thanks for explaining that. You always like ride 5 minutes just to the runway? People hate flying, can't stomach it too. The anticipation, man, right? Let me drink my coffee. I finished my protein shakes. That's good. Now it's time for coffee. Mobile. Gotcha. Mobile. No, not mobile. Mobile. Thank you. I've been ignoring Captain Fat account. My bad, guys. For those of you who contracted with me. Handling planes now. Mobile phone. Yeah. I don't think so, bro. Air Force One. Oh, that's a funny name. I like that. They probably aren't active. Look at this one's at 7 out of 10, so I'm gonna heart that plane. On airports that I'm still leveling up, I always heart the planes that are at 7 out of 10 or higher with their completions, because I want to get those planes landed first, so that way I can get a level up, get some silver planes, get some XP, get that as soon as possible. All the planes eventually end up landing, but it's nice, like, if I only have especially if I only have a limited amount of time, which like right now I only have a limited time, but especially when I have a limited time, I'll make sure that those planes land first so I can get rewarded, or make progress on the planes that are going to get me rewarded faster. Now you do have to handle all the planes, right? Because like this plane's never going to get it to 10 out of 10 if you don't handle it, right? So you do have to handle all the planes, but I still prioritize the ones that are closest. So this one's going to be at 7 out of 10 after this handling. So I'm going to heart this one as well. So that way the next time it lands, or next time it arrives in the airport, it gets prioritized. Should I consider saving up for IAD or getting the Nagoya? Bro, Nagoya Premium Pass all day, bro. Why are you going to spend 100 and... Well, should I consider saving up for IAD? First off, why are you going to buy IAD? That's what I think you're saying, right? You're going to buy IAD? Bro, just play Innsbruck, Bari, Prague. I know Prague's not necessarily the easiest airport to level up. I'm over here complaining about Prague, right? Because you got to reach level 51. But, like, if you're going to spend... I forget how many gold planes Washington is. But if you're going to spend, like, 16, 18, or 20 gold planes for an airport, like, do it at like LHR or Hong Kong or some other airport, not IAD, bro. And you already have, it sounds like you already have Nagoya too. So like, why are you going to unlock IAD when there's nothing to unlock afterwards for you? Makes zero sense, man. That makes zero sense to me. Unless I'm not thinking of something that you're thinking about, but like logically, like any decision you would have put instead of unlocking IAD probably would have won. But Nagoya Premium Pass is one of the best ones. It's cheap. You get Nagoya has a bunch of access to DE and F stands, right? So you can handle a bunch of planes there. You do get DE and F planes into your fleet from the Premium Pass, and you can get a lot of contracts there because there's a lot of people playing Hong Kong. Now, right now, a lot of people are slowing down in Hong Kong, but even though people are slowing down, I think it's mainly because they're banking planes or they're waiting for Zurich to come out. But I think even after that airport, the next airport comes out, some people, there's going to be quite a few people who are going to be maining or playing Hong Kong daily. So like Hong Kong's going to be a destination for you. Once you start getting those DE and F planes, you're going to have no problem sending those DE and F planes to any destination, really. So yeah, Nagoya Premium Pass all the way. That's how Seal does YouTube. Brotiki said, I bought IAD, is 100% worth it. Grind through Prague was the worst thing I went through. Did you go through St. Martin grind? But yeah, I get it. Like, you know, some people just don't want to grind, right? But like, if you have Nagoya unlocked, man, why unlock IAD? Unlock LHR. And I think LHR is cheaper than IAD. Any tips on getting gold planes other than the 10 weekly gold planes traded on 10,000 silver planes? Get a job? I don't know. I mean, World of Airports gives you 10 gold planes for free every 7 days if you trade in your 10,000. Once you start to get a lot more silver planes, then you can trade in 1,500 for one gold plane. So yeah, eventually you want to do that too. But like, that's the only ways, man. I mean, every once in a while there are some like competitions that they have. You know, World of Airports like sponsored my last call sign competition, so like we were able to give away gold planes. I wasn't even sure they were sponsoring it. I wasn't sure if I was, I wasn't sure if I was going to pay them for it, but they essentially sponsored it. So that's pretty cool of them. But yeah, so occasionally there are some like things that happen where they give gold planes are like given away as a contest, but they're really not a lot usually. Usually like 5 or less. Every once in a while we'll get like a gold plane arrival for the Concorde's anniversary or like an airport's anniversary or something. We'll get like a special gold plane arrival. For Christmas we typically also get a few gold planes for that. For like World of Airports anniversary sometimes we get some gold planes. So but yeah, I mean, you can't control those. The only ones you can control is buying the 10 gold planes and the 1 daily gold plane. But you can also control getting a job, right? And that supports the developers and their job, right? Their job is to make the game. So yeah, I mean, that's really it. I don't know what else you want to what else I can say? Tondo really wants to get moderated right now. Oh, let's see who won this A388. Man, I've been ignoring Discord. Let's see. A388 from Prague is won by Voitondo to Hong Kong. Let's go. Congratulations, bro. That's why he was shouting in chat. That makes sense. Okay, he doesn't have to get moderated. There we go. Wow, quick with it. Has Yoda returned? Has Yoda returned? Here's the other 77 LF coming for land, or coming to park. Is this going to get blocked? No, it's not. I don't think it is. Yeah, awesome. That's great. Yeah, you don't know what moderated means? It means we're going to take moderation actions on you. Like timing you out. Yoda is AFK in WoA server streaming? Gotcha. I might have to refund him. And told him to come back. No response. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate you looking out for me. And for him, right? For them. Alright, cool. All these planes are landing. That's awesome. Here. How close are we to international? One level, right? Oh, we are international. What the heck? Why do I feel like we're not? That's crazy. Bro, Tiki said I could take it though. Oh, let's find out who we're going to raid, because for those of you guys who are on Twitch, you don't want to leave yet, because just because I say I'm leaving soon. For those of you on YouTube, I would like if you stayed this entire time too, but I get it. But anyways, especially for those of you on Twitch, we can send you over to another streamer, and you also get fat coins. You get those channel points. That way you can contribute to the Concorde giveaway, or potentially get a contract, or maybe even unlock VIP. Who knows? VIP price is probably going to go up soon though, but either way, stay here for the raid. Who are we going to raid? I don't know. Looks like it might be a Microsoft Flight Sim person. I don't know, maybe. You guys want to see animals? I did forget the streaks. Let's go. Thank you, Arnav. Let's go to the beginning of stream here. That's yesterday. Today. There we go. All right. Yeah. Thank you for mentioning it, because I do want to make sure I have it like top of mind. There's so many things happening in one stream, which is exciting. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I am complaining, but I'm not. I'm not angry. Yeah, I'm complaining, but I'm not angry about it. There we go. All right. Kaker with the 20 stream streak. We got Sammy with the 10. Magiskai's with a 30. Let's go. Sloppy with a 30. Wow. I didn't realize y'all both are here all that time. Mercurial Justice with the 20. France with the 10. Arnav with the 10. Puwaler with the 5 stream. Ultra, by the way, I got alerted that I'm 50% of my way completing my goal now. Easy with the 3 stream streak. Easy nuts. Thank you, man. Those are today's stream streaks. Nice. Any way to see your streak, by the way? Ultra said click on fat coins. Thank you, Ultra. I did not know that. So, super helpful. The next time you're live, I'll have done my exam. Nice. That's cool. I have what do I have? Next time live is Monday night, which is like early Tuesday morning for you, right, Ultra? All right, we have this 77 LF, which was won by Daniel Zulkifli. If I butchered your name, but I'm sending you that contract now. Daniel Zulkifli. Oh man, Daniel Zulkifli. Oh, I didn't even type it that time. Dang. Daniel Zulkifli. There we go. Let's go. Yeah, and I mentioned this before, but you know, or last, I think I mentioned it yesterday. But you know how I've been going to like the gym early in the morning, and I've been like trying to go to like wake up early before my kids wake up, and like go figure, these last 3 days, my kids have been waking up earlier than they normally do. It makes, and it's not because I'm up and making noise. It's they're getting up before I'm waking up, and it makes no sense to me. How like they usually wake up at 7 a.m. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna set my watch alarm, which doesn't like make a noise. It just vibrates on my wrist. I'm gonna set my watch alarm for 6 a.m. That way I can wake up, get out of the room, and get ready to go to the gym. And go figure, they wake up at like 5:55 a.m. Like, what? And then yesterday, same thing happened. Like, or actually Thursday, the same thing happened where I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and my daughter wakes up at 4:30 a.m. Like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Hopefully things that changes, because like the whole point of me waking up earlier so I can get a head start before the kids are awake, but that's not happening. The kids are awake before I'm awake, and I'm waking up earlier. So yeah. All right, guys. We got all these contracts sent out, which is great. We are now going to... we're not going to raid a Microsoft Flight Sim. I misspoke before. Because I looked through a few of them, and I did not particularly enjoy them. We're closing today with 410,000 points. Let's go! That's pretty cool. That's amazing. There's lag. I'm sorry, guys. Lagging a lot. It's because I'm looking at these streams. That's why. I think that's why. Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna get a raid set up here for our Twitch people. For all you guys who are on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end the stream shortly. You're going to have a stream ending. But don't forget, if you guys missed the website previews, give me some of your thoughts on it. Thank you for sharing your thoughts already on chat, on stream. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to release it, to like really have a single place, so that way we can share guides on world airports. It's easy to read and easy to access. I'm excited about it. I'm excited for what's going to happen with Phat Airlines this year, especially since I'm no longer like waiting for things to be 100% perfect. I'm okay with just releasing 3 guides and then releasing more as we go on. So thank you guys for all the support. Thank you again to SOA6, and a big thank you also to Flamingo. Thank you for that support. It's always it means a lot to me. It helps me out a lot, and it makes it worth it, right? So thank you, everybody. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys on Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Peace!